Hello. Oh my goodness. Well, this is going to be a good stream. Hello everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. It's been one of those days. Are my hoodies on sale? They're not yet. I'm working on it. My Packers are picking soon. So here's the thing. You guys asked me if I was watching the draft. I'm not watching the draft because I don't know who the college players are. So I usually always look after the fact and try to figure it out afterwards because I have no idea who these players are. Anyway, welcome everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. All the best streams start with some excitement. Indeed, today has started with some excitement. I was sitting in my office, not this one, the office that I work in, and the power went out today. And that's not the first time that's happened. It's the second time in like 2 weeks. The mic sounds off. I don't know what to do about that. Oh. Now is it better? Oh. Now is it better? That's my bad. I'm screwing everything up now. Now it's better, I think. Oh my goodness. So I had two microphones on. That's why it sounded bad. When I was trying to fix it, I unmuted my shotgun microphone. Yeah, now I sound like me again. I've had a weird day. So I had some work done at my home today, and I asked my landlord if I could take my dog to the office because they said that I could do that sometimes. I took him to the office, and then the suite next to me was being renovated. So they turned the power off to that suite, and it turned off mine. And I've been wondering why Master Plan Music, the streaming channel, keeps going off. It's because they keep disabling the power. So as a result, I sat in the dark with Banjo at my office for a while today as the UPSs were beeping around us. It was not good. So that was the interesting part of the day. And then I started working on Magnolia County, which this episode that I'm working on, I've been working on it since last week. It's just kind of spiraled into this monster. And eventually I had it done, and then it broke, and I lost the middle of the video. And then I fixed it, and then I once again lost the middle of the video. So one of the reasons I'm so happy right now is just as the stream was beginning, it rendered out completely and I was able to upload it. So for anyone who has Vimeo access, if you don't want to watch me struggle, you can go on Vimeo and the video will be up in the next 5 minutes. Yes, it's been a Thursday. It's not been the greatest Thursday. It's been a Thursday, one of the Thursdays of all time, some people would say. And then I loaded into the wrong save, so I've got to find the right save, and then we will go in. Okay, goodbye. Why does Master Plan Music go down without power? So Master Plan Music is actually running on a Mac Mini in my server rack at the office. It was going down all the time when I was at home because basically at home, my internet goes down routinely every single night at 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. I don't know why it happens. I have fiber. I don't think it should be happening. I've talked to AT&T about it, but I brought it to the office and that's business class internet and it doesn't go down. But I'm still having the issues with the power getting shut off because people are shutting off power to work on the other unit. So yeah, yours does too. It's not just me. It's super frustrating. I have no idea why they do it. But yeah. AT&T was my first mistake. Well, here's the thing. You don't really have a choice. I do have a choice. I do. I'm one of the lucky people who has a choice between. So I have T-Mobile. I have a T-Mobile internet backup, a little backup thing. It's $20 a month. The other option that I have, and I'm gonna switch over to this. The other option that I have is hold on. Condemned. Plop the Grobles is wrong. The other option I have is Spectrum. And Spectrum is basically the worst. So the last thing I'd want to do is pick Spectrum. I wonder if I grabbed the wrong playset. Interesting. So Plop the Grobles is supposed to be in here, but it's missing. So I'll have to add that back. So this is a good time to go through what I have added to the list though. Give me a second. Basically, there are some interesting mods. I'm gonna switch gears momentarily while I get this going. I've added a couple mods into this playset. I went down Paradox Mods and I saw that there are now modular service blocks for healthcare and death care, fire service, police patrol. So I want to check those out. I saw that there's also clean industries. So we're going to check that out. So it has a warehouse only zone. In addition to that, there's also, where was it? Specialized industry zones. So we've got to check this out so we can zone different types of industry. This is like a big thing that I've been wanting in the game. And then I saw that Ultra Painter was released. And I've been a Patreon subscriber to JK142 for a while, and I never installed this. So having a PDX mod means that I can install it and check it out. So lots of good stuff. But we do have to have Plop the Grobles, otherwise they can't load the build. So we'll add that in. Spectrum is Charter Communications, indeed. And it's terrible. I had Spectrum when I started. The problem with Spectrum, besides the fact that the internet drops all the time, why is it missing so much? I'm missing Better Bulldozer too. Fascinating. I don't know what's going on. We fix all of our issues. The upload speeds are really bad for Spectrum. So like as a creator, like I'm currently uploading 2 files that are 25 gigs each. I did them simultaneously while we're streaming. I can't do that otherwise. You know, I can't, like that's a problem for me. Yeah, I'll turn on the music. That's fine. Sorry about that. Okay. Music is too loud. Turned it down. Hopefully that's good. Don't know why it was too loud. Hopefully that's fixed. All right, I'm gonna launch this. We'll see if it goes now. Chops, thank you for the Prime. QZ, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, dude. Thank you for all of the support. Appreciate you. Captain Kirk, thank you for the 3 months of tier 1. NFL draft, zoning all the things with Phil. Yes. Sean, Captain Kirk, well, thank you for being here, and thank you for watching both me and the draft. Hopefully I can make it worth your while if we can get the game launched. Sean Barker, thank you so much for the super chat. Nailed it. Can't wait for my streaming masterclass. Dear God. I will never take streaming advice from me. That's the first lesson. I actually do know what I'm doing. I just managed to screw it up a lot, which is exceptional. Astro Antonio, thank you so much for the 10 months of tier 1. Been watching for almost 2 years in total. Always enjoyed the vids and streams. Hope I've had some good time off. I have. It was really good. Just getting back in the swing of things. It's one of those things. Nader Tots, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, dude. QZ, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. That's 15 in total. Thank you, buddy. SDJ Alana. SDJ Elena, thank you for the 9 months of Prime. Crazy Mage, dude, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. You and QZ, always popping off. I appreciate you guys. And T. Peter, thank you so much for the biddies. What's my favorite region pack? I think it has to be the Southwestern USA. I just use it so much. I just use it all the time. For anyone who got the gifted subs, hop in the Discord. If you get bored with the stream and you want to watch the next Magnolia County, it's on Vimeo. Hit up the folder length. Can I play your song? I cannot. I don't know that I can actually. QZ, I've got a. I cannot. I don't have access to it, unfortunately. It will be coming out soon, and then I can. I can't right now though. Sorry about that. I'll break Spotify. You know the Ali Roche image? I had to. That was a. I had a. My wife is a big fan. I'm a fan as well, but not as big as she is. One of the first gifts I got her was Ali Roche book. Just big fan of it. That scored me some brownie points. Okay. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Rama, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. That's super generous. Thank you. Appreciate that. You wish the Northeastern pack had stations in it? You absolutely love Northeastern stations. We'd love a terminal. Yeah, that's the fun thing. Or the fun thing is not the right way to say it. It's the funny thing about the region packs is I feel like they all give you a taste of what you're looking for, but they don't necessarily get you all the way there, which is unfortunate. But still, I find the longer I'm using the region packs, the more I learn about them, the more I find interesting ways to use them. Like one of the things I just learned, obviously we're going to zone all the things. So why don't we start by plopping? One of the things that I just learned was how to make a very convincing strip shopping mall. Strip shopping mall. It's fairly simple. All we have to do is grab the one-way perpendicular parking alleys and then run it up and down a couple of times. And then after this, we're going to use some of the assets from the Southwestern pack, because of course, I have to. Actually, I'll convert this one. Hold on. We'll convert that back. Run this along here. And then we'll need circulation in the rear. Let's see. And then we want to grab commercial. Southwest, I think it's 2 units deep, doesn't have parking. And then we can go for any of the 2s, the 3s, or the 5 unit wide. But check this out. Check this out. Let's go the 5s. Like, is this pretty? No, but is this ubiquitous everywhere? Like in suburban areas in North America? Yeah. So these are the sorts of things, like I was able to throw this together in like 2 seconds, just having known the pack for a little while, which is one of the things that oh, whoops. That's one of the reasons why I like this pack. I can do stuff like this that I see all over the place. even if it's not, the most beautiful thing in the world. I like to find the beauty in the things that are the mundane. So we can work with this. We can work with this. More parking. Oh yeah, strip malls are never pretty. Strip malls always suck. I hate going to them. I hate the way that they look. The design is absolutely horrendous. And also, they are in way more places than we like to admit. This would be a nightmare. Signal here, signal here. Actually, this one wouldn't exist. Too close. We'd probably say that we would need another road right here, or we just like take that one away. There. And actually, they're not happy with this one because it's not providing direct access into the shopping center. But anyway, yeah, that is a fun thing that you can do with this pack. You feel so seen with these? You hate these? I mean, this is objectively garbage. I mean, just look at it. Like, what we're looking at here is a sea of parking. This is a series of uses that doesn't even pretend that it wants you to walk to it. It's just like, listen, if you don't have a car, we don't really care if you visit our business. But if you have a car, welcome in. We actually welcome your car more than we welcome you. So there we go. Beautiful. Yeah. So I will tell you. I have a couple of books that go over retrofitting suburbia. And they have different designs and different ways to take stuff like this and turn it into something better. So I am going to be looking over the next little while to make a bunch of this garbage, because I want, like, people have asked me, like, oh, why don't you do, like, and I actually got this question today. Why don't you make places that you would love to have built? Why do you keep making things that are super realistic? This is how I would do it. So my version of making something that is realistic would be, or making something that I would really like to see built, would be to make all these realistic spaces and then figure out ways to turn this into something valuable. So I think that's what I'd like to do. Can I share my city planning book recommendations? I should just put together a list and put it on the Discord. I think that's probably a better way. There's a bunch. I mean, the one that I'm talking about right now is, you can't see it and it hides me. It's called Retrofitting Suburbia. And the thing that's fun about this is it goes over a whole bunch of different plans. Let me see if I can show it to you. Nope, that's not gonna work. Well, as much as I wanted to share this with you, everything is broken and I can't fix it. So as a result, I won't show it to you. The book is invisible. It's that good. I don't know why this isn't working. Hold on, one more time. Nope, I'm gonna pretend to try. Speaking of Discord, you need to reach out because you still can't access the Discord. Astro, add me directly. Add me directly, I'll help you out. Gary, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. And Chris, over on YouTube, thank you for the 5 gifted subs on YouTube. Matty Dubs, thank you for your 11 months of Prime. You guys are super generous, seriously. Astro, yeah, find me, add me directly. It's open. We'll talk. We'll get it working. Okay. Now, CPP friend, what? Exactly. I'm getting slower. I've been adding a lot of friends and a lot of people like to chat. I do as well. I'm getting slower. Do you have access to Discord with your Prime subscription here? Indeed, you do. Yeah, if you are a Prime subscriber on Twitch, and your Twitch is linked to your Discord, you'll get into City Hall. You can talk to me directly in there, or the probably the most exciting part is you get early access to videos ad free. So yeah, it's such an eyesore from above. The city or the strip mall, or both. I'd say both. Cord. It's not that transactional. Oh my goodness. Guys, do you see this? This is what I've been wanting for so long. We have different industrial zones. We can't really tell them apart easily. They have the same thing. Oh, you get go over the top. We need some new icons. Just gotta hook them up. But oh my goodness, I'm so excited and so very nervous about these. So okay, here's warehousing. I don't know how we could tell what this is. Clean manufacturing. Oh, you know what? We're gonna just go. I didn't want any of this dirty garbage. We're gonna go nuts. I think we're gonna just go nuts and try all of this out because I'm pretty excited. You'll be adding this mod today. This is the way the game should be designed. The path is there. The path is there. I'm constantly impressed by what the game has the potential to do. I am really looking forward to some of that potential being realized. And I think that it could do some really special things with industrial, but it needs to be unleashed to do that. Looking forward to someday when it can. Why can't I? Anarchy. Anarchy's missing. I'm wondering. I just had anarchy. I swear that I did. Maybe I didn't. It's missing. What is going on? Half of my mods are just like gone from my playset. You guys had this happen? Yeah, the curious case of the missing mods. I don't understand why they're disappearing. I can remember how to just like bypass validation. I guess I'll just do that. Yeah, that's weird. The latest Nancy Drew mystery. I think it's going to be. This is bizarro. I have no idea what's going on. And I as much as I love restarting and just like hanging out, we're not going to do that. Okay. Now all of these should be the clean stuff. These are, okay, so this is all clean industry. This is all warehouse. It's not filling in. Let's see, oil. I'm just curious. Let's just zone some of these. Oil, ore, egg, forestry, and just general manufacturing. All right. Dang, you're old. Crazy Mage, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? Cord, thank you for get the subs. Tater Lad, thank you for the prime. Cranky Cal, thank you for the prime. Birthday evening listening to Phil. Hey, happy birthday. Thank you. Hopefully you're having a good one. Honestly, just 35. You feel old all the time though. I mean, when I went to California, I was going to celebrate my buddy's, one of my best friend in the world's 39th birthday. And, 40th birthday. 39th for me. And yeah, I feel it too. I feel it too. You're 21? QZ, you're so old. Now you can enjoy well, no, I can't say that. I'm gonna get myself into a lot of trouble. I'm drinking a naked threesome. This is one of my favorite beers. It is a citrus IPA. It's very good. Pushing 40, very good. Bangalore's eternally 15. You'll admit no other age. I will do the same. Yeah, it is a sussy name, and you can't say that I will share one of these with you because you'll get in a lot of trouble. I don't need to be canceled. I just don't. This would be the day too. It would be the day. Just the plain Dos Equis for you? Well, I mean, Dos Equis is good. You're gonna have a La Cumbra Azul Oscuro. I've never had that. Is that good? Alley Cat, you're 23. We work with kids who call you old all the time. With the Boys and Girls Club or something. I almost worked at the Boys and Girls Club, and I feel like that was like a thing there. I would have been 21 at the time. This is a desert map, Ian. Well, kind of. We've themed it. It's Las Vegas Valley, and then we took image. Well, no, we didn't even take image overlay. We just drew the map, the grid for Savannah on top of here after the Savannah trip, and nothing is zoned in. So we're just gonna. I think we're gonna load things up here after this fills in, because I'm very curious to see how these zones look. So let's speed this along, and then I think we're just gonna go wild and fill things in relatively quickly. And I didn't mention this at the start of the stream. We're probably looking at maybe a 2.5 hour long stream, because I got to finish Magnolia County so I can get it out for tomorrow. You still laugh at the same things you did when you were 15? You still play many of the same video games? You still obsess over cars and music? Maybe you're just immature? No. Here's the thing. I think that you set your preferences at a certain point. Like, one of my favorite bands growing up was Weezer. I still love Weezer. There's nothing wrong with Weezer. I've seen Weezer as an adult. I felt super old. I looked around. Everyone around me was my age or older. Like, it was like one of those things, you know? Nightmare Angel. Hi, from southeastern Wisconsin. Hope all's going well. Thank you for the prime. You play video games and watch anime, you'll be young forever? Indeed. Until you look around and you realize that everyone your age does the same thing. Depeche Mode. Always good. Man, Weezer, good stuff. You love the cover of Toto's Africa. Chef's Kiss, very, very good. So I saw Weezer here in Madison, just before the pandemic. And I can't remember. It was Weezer with the Pixies. It's a very good concert, except it felt like the Pixies just like, oh, we're not into their music anymore. they're like, you know, we could be done with this, and that'd be fine. We've got to find a reliever to our industrial area. I don't know if you guys have noticed what we've set up here. It's just one road going through here with all of this train infrastructure blocking everything. And we started to move this stuff, but we never finished the job. Maybe while we're waiting, well, I guess this is all filled in. Industrial manufacturing oil. Or ag, forestry, manufacturing. Gosh. And then all of our clean stuff. No smokes. Oh, you snuck through. You sneaky little bugger. We'll get rid of it. Just one. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's impressive. So these are two separate mods. I don't know. I don't know about you guys. One of my 10 favorite states. Give me a second on that one. I don't know if I'm going to bring these into Magnolia County. But I do really dig it. The only reason why I'm afraid is I've had zoning mods before that got abandoned, and then it just breaks the save. Like you can't it depends. Sometimes you can recover it, but it'll leave the little white blocks, and sometimes it won't. They make me nervous. But the people, especially the one who who was it that made this? Is it Mimosi? Pretty sure it was. That made yeah, I trust Clean Industry blocks a lot. Mimosi's. Not only do I have contact with them, they're just really on the ball with updating their mods. I don't know who Dylan is, but I'm very. You get a like. That's a dope mod. Good job. Dude, it's super nice to see Industrial without smokestacks. I feel like this is what's been missing. I think it's a shame that the warehouse districts won't work. I don't know what's going on with them. We're out of water for some reason. Probably all of the industrial. I am going to sneak in a water pump over here. But we're gonna need a frontage road for this, because we're doing that over here. Solutions. Did I ever end up playing Satisfactory at all? I have not. I am the greatest supporter of developers that never plays their games. I'm amazing. Like that. What are my top 10 favorite states? It's going to be not very surprising. Probably it's places I've lived. So Wisconsin. I mean, it's one of my favorite states. I love Illinois. I haven't lived there, but every time I go to Chicago, I love it. California, Colorado. I chose to live in both of those states. I think that they are lovely. I love Washington State. Just that, it's just gorgeous. I've never been to Oregon, but I assume I would love it. So I'm going to throw that on the list. I love Arizona. I could live in Arizona. The whole state's absolutely beautiful. Michigan, mostly from the UP. Minnesota, because I like the upper Midwest, may I say. And then what's the final state? Utah. It's beautiful. So yeah, I gave a whole bunch of states that are very close to me, and states close to where I used to live. I've never been to Hawaii. I'm sure I would love it. Florida. I've only been to the Panhandle. I feel like I'm missing out on the coolest parts of Florida. But I'm sure it's great. What's my least favorite state? I mean, my least favorite states are ones I haven't gone to and wouldn't. Like that I wouldn't be super excited to go to. But they're also some of the states that I think need the most help. Like I don't necessarily disparage the states for being in the situation that they're in, but I'm not gonna call them out. I'm gonna call them out. Steel airship. I think that I don't know. I don't feel like you can dislike a state unless you've been there. I honestly, if I were gonna say any, it would probably be Wyoming, and that not because the state is bad, but because as a planner, I've had some of my worst experiences there. I mean, the experiences I had in Wyoming were just brutal. I was a brand new planner, and to have people say that I was part of a NATO conspiracy to take their property, man, I'm just trying to talk to you about a long-range transportation plan at the mall. Like, I'm not trying to steal your property. I could give a care less about your property, man. Like, I don't like, so yeah, it is gorgeous. But like, that left a very sour taste in my mouth. Like, very sour taste. And the weather there is, like, for being such a beautiful place, the weather is just horrendous. Like, I remember wondering the first time I went to Wyoming, why do so many people live in Colorado and not in Wyoming? The weather's way worse. Just like wildly worse. That's how it is in West Virginia sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I get the concern, and like I've heard that critique of planning, that like planning is a bunch of government people telling you how to live your life on your property, and yeah, that's not fair to a certain extent. But also, it's you participating in your government so that your property maintains its value, that things around it are developed in a way that benefits you and preserves your property values, keeps you safe. You know, planning does a lot. It's not just telling you what to do. It's also ensuring that bad things don't happen around you. So it's a frustrating thing. You're a libertarian. We will have freedom. I mean, you can have freedom and still think that planning isn't a bad thing. But if you're a libertarian, you probably will. And I think that is ultimately Wyoming's thing. Is there's a very libertarian streak there, and they're just not going to deal with a planner. So you honestly don't understand Wyoming. Like, my suburb is bigger than the largest city. There's a charm to that. I mean, there is a charm to that. It's an interesting place. I mean, that's the thing. Like, when I'm putting together a plan for Casper, you know, like, Casper is one of the big cities there, and I remember, like, that was one of my first traffic modeling projects that I worked on, and we're super concerned about the Walmart. You know, like, most of the time when you're putting together a regional transportation model, like, you're not fixated on the Walmart, but with a community of that size, that's a big concern, is the traffic generated at the Walmart. So it's just one of those things, you know? It's a weird thing. Your experience in West Virginia, this is a city you work for, 10,000, and you're one of the top 20 biggest cities. You're less than 10,000. I mean, to be fair, I you know, in Madison, you know, we're almost 300,000. I don't know if we've touched it now. Lots of places would say that's a small town. And the second biggest city. The Illuminati's monitoring the stream for quality and training purposes. Indeed. Your small town in Virginia, the Walmart is essentially public transit hub, transfer station. If they're willing to do that, that's super cool of them. Like, that was something that, okay, well, here's a story. I worked in the largest suburb in the Madison area. The reason I got that job, I worked at a regional transportation planning agency. Super cool job, but I felt very disconnected, and like I wasn't really like doing planning. I was talking about planning, I was coordinating things, and I wanted to do the work. So I accepted the job at the suburb because instead of talking about the transit projects that I was talking about, I could actually implement it. So one of the things that I wanted to do, hold on, Twitch ad break. Canadian, thank you for the 5 months of tier 1. Sadly, too stupid in this time to have learned anything. What? Thank you for the Raiders, buddy. How was the stream? I saw you go live. And I do have your song. So hold on. Your song's actually at the start of the next Magnolia County video. Thank you for the subs, dude. You didn't need to do that. I appreciate that, though. Thank you. It's actually pretty good for a town. Like 8,004 lines converging into Walmart. That's impressive. That is impressive. You saw it. You know, you I just I thought it was fitting. So I hope you enjoy it. Is that a thing that I do? Create songs for other creators? So I have songs created. I let other creators use them, and I name them after. I generally name them after people in the stream, other creators, members of the City Skylines community. I need to do that again. What I need to do is go on the modding list, like all the different modders. And I still don't have a song for Biffa. I just realized it the other day. Like, I don't know how I didn't get a song for Biffa, but yeah, I do that. How do I decide who to dedicate songs to? You got to catch me on the right night. So the last time I named songs, you guys didn't realize this, but as people were chatting, I was just putting names down. And at the end of the stream, I had the album ready. It just needed names, and I named every song. So it was everyone that had been really active in chat that day. And then Vainglorious has 2 songs because constantly beats me at GeoGuessr. Oh my goodness, Vainglorious. I did not put it on there. I did not. I will do that as soon as we're done. It's there, but there's no link for you. I screwed up. That's my bad. That's terrible. Oh man. Dropping the ball on a bunch of stuff. How do I feel about Phoenix? Lonely Planet? Phoenix has a lot of potential. Phoenix has a lot of potential. I think it's a real shame that in a place that has as many days that you can walk and bike as Phoenix, many nice warm days, the sidewalk and bike networks are as bad as they are. There's as little density as there is. It's just sprawl for days. I think Phoenix could really do a lot. It's attracting a lot of people. And I think that they need to kind of like look inward a little bit and develop better. We're going to be doing some ugly stuff here. And I think that you could see this sort of thing in Phoenix. So yeah, that's how I feel. I love Arizona. I think Phoenix is a beautiful place. The land itself, I think that some of the development patterns are not good. Not good at all. You'll melt your bike tire and shoes in Phoenix. Well, you guys just have a different time of year where you can do things. That's the funny thing. Like, I hear people saying like, oh, yeah, the upper Midwest is so cold. Or I could never live in Canada because Canada's freezing. Here's the thing. We have a part of the year in this part of the world where we just can't go outside. And if we do go outside, we just like try to not get too wild about it. It's the same thing in that part of the world. You just can't go outside in the summer. But I would still argue you probably have more nice weather on the balance than we do. So I don't understand why we have better infrastructure. That's all. To me, that seems wrong. People saying Canada is freezing is wild. You live where you live, it is warmer and further south than Wisconsin. It's a stereotype. And even Wisconsin, like there is a definitive difference between like I moved from like I lived in northern and central Wisconsin for my entire childhood. It is like ridiculously cold there in comparison to here. And for someone to generalize, which happens, it's just you can't. So it's the same thing with Canada. I mean, like if you are in Vancouver, I have a feeling that your experience is dramatically different than someone living, on the border of Alaska. The really cold parts of Canada get really hot in the summer. Think 120 Fahrenheit in the summer. Really? It doesn't get warm here at all. Like, we get like 80. Maybe we'll get like a day or two where it's 90 Fahrenheit. I firmly believe, like, I think that where I live, we have some of the very greatest summer weather in the world. I think it's phenomenal. People are missing out if they're not checking it out, and that's fine by me. Once in a while, we hit 100. That's like 2 days. Yeah. Very rarely. The prairie provinces get both really hot and really cold. Oh. Well, you guys have like Colorado weather. So I've lived that life. And yeah, that's gotta not be fun. If it's as dry as Colorado though, I love that. That was like the best thing about living in Colorado is the weather was just super hot and dry. Loved it. Maryland weather is different. It'll be 56 in the morning and then 5 hours later, it's nearly 80. I mean, that was Colorado. So Colorado, the way that it worked there is I feel like you'd wake up in the morning, it would be 20 degrees. And, you know, it's February, March. You gotta like put on your winter coat. And then you look outside and all the snow that was on the ground from the morning is melted. And now it's sunny. And when you leave, you take off your winter coat because it's 75 degrees on your way home. That was Colorado. I loved it. I thought it was wonderful. Lenny, good evening. I'm happy that you're here. Hopefully you're having a good night. With the 23rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Packers take Texas wide receiver Matthew Golden. I'm excited they took a receiver. That means that we're getting rid of some players that maybe haven't been as good as they could have been. I'm not gonna call them bums, but some would. Cold in the morning, warm in the afternoon. Honestly, would love living in Colorado, but you cannot part from the ocean coastline. So that was the thing about living in Colorado that I never got used to, and that bothered me until the day I left. And that was that I don't live by the ocean. I've only lived by the ocean for a few years, but in Wisconsin we have water everywhere. I don't live by Lake Michigan, but I can go see it in about an hour. And I live by lakes. I live by ponds. When I wake up in the morning, I see water. Yeah, is it a pond? Sure. but when I take my dogs for a walk, I see pond. You know, like it's lovely. I just don't know that I would want to. It was hard for me to be in a place where that was not reality. Tough. I did not like it, but the mountains are amazing. Can't wait to see how the Jets Giants implode. I don't know. I feel like the Jets new coach. Maybe I'm just biased because of how unceremoniously he just said peace to Aaron Rodgers, which I thought was super dope. But you know, it seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders. Go Lions. What are they even doing tonight? I can't hate on the Lions. I feel like they keep doing the right thing. I find it to be frustrating. You don't like Aaron Rodgers? I don't like Aaron Rodgers either. I used to like Aaron Rodgers, and then Aaron Rodgers found all of the best ways to make me dislike him. He just like would try over and over and over. It just felt like his goal was to make people not like him. And, you know, eventually it succeeded. Eventually it's just like, I don't want to hear you talk anymore, bro. Like, I've had enough. thank you for the good times, and it's time to hang it up. It's a real skill to know when your time is up. He does not have that skill. He also doesn't have the common sense to keep quiet sometimes. Not everyone wants to hear you. That's something that maybe I'll take that lesson from him. Sometimes I just need to shut up. Did I ever add a school to the city? No, I don't think that we need education here. I think, I think we're doing just fine. We've got 800 capacity. No one's going to high school. No one's going to college. We're just zoning in businesses. Listen, these are minor details. You think that we need education. I think that we need to save money. And this is the way that we've chosen to do it. I will bite. They do have do they have the internet? Are we sure that they have the internet? They have postal service. They do have the internet. We should have. We're defunding the schools. I wonder if that's why we can't get any warehouses. I wouldn't think that would be a thing. But sure. Now we'll add schools. We had all these plans in Savannah, but now it's been so long that I forgot what the plans were. From the presentation, there were certain blocks. Okay, now I remember. So these blocks right here on the outside, these are the city service blocks. This is a park. These are mixed use. So that's why we don't have anything here. And that's why we continue to not add schools. The only one that we could afford to put in here natively would be like that Eastern European elementary school, which is ridiculously expensive and still not worth placing. We'll add one of these. This should fit, this Chinese elementary school. Jay, thank you for the 12 months. Can't believe it's been a year. Tuning in a little late. What's the plan for today? Zoning all of the things. We've also added in a bunch of specialized industrial zoning, and then we have some service blocks that we need to give a shot to. So that's kind of what we're up to. What are urban parks like in the desert even? I mean, Los Angeles is the desert, technically. And they were like any park. I don't know. Any park in any city. They even water the grass, so you can have that. Honestly, in a lot of these places, there will be green space. I feel like when we looked at Vegas, there were parks along the stream. For anyone else who's tuning in, a bunch of mods just didn't show up tonight, and I don't know what the deal is with that. But rather than loading out again, we're just bypassing validation results and hoping for the best. Their second school. This doesn't do anything, I don't think. Music room on the top floor. Gonna add? Just expense. Just adds expense. What an excellent upgrade. We're going to not do that. Grid broken. I know. Well, that's how you can tell that we're flexible here. I guess if we were less flexible, the other solution is that. And if we were doing it right, it's a one-way. And now we just have Cypress Lane. The grid has been maintained, but it looks ugly. Excellent. I don't know if it's excellent. It's a thing. I'm kind of in favor of not doing that. Okay, Phil, now it's time to set up the Mega Online Scam College. Well, we need a high school first. We got to have the whole pipeline. So let's see. Southwest High School. This is fairly centrally located. It's completely bereft of anything. So I think we'll just go right about here. Then no matter what side of town you're on, you can get to the high school. Oh, that is brutal. Why? Yeah, we don't have the money to do what I just did, but we're not going to worry about that. These are details. Oh, totally didn't see that. It's just dropping down. If I would have noticed, that would have been smart. We'll make a pad. Not enough parking? That's true. We are in the Southwest. And when you're in the Southwest, we're going to Southwest hard. So we'll add some parking. The real question, I didn't go to high school in the Southwest, obviously. Do the schools, so like my high school, we had a parking lot. The parking pass, I think it was like $85 a year. So like not insane, but I also didn't have any money. So I never bought a parking pass. No, I did one time. One time I bought a parking pass senior year, and then I managed to park in the line and I got a parking ticket. It was amazing. Most of us parked on the street. What is it like in the Southwest? Structured parking? Is it just big parking lots? No arterial connection to the high school? I mean, we're right next to it. You think this should be an arterial? It could be. We don't really have one. I could bite. But if I do that, I don't want to break my grid. So we'll send it right down like that. Your high school didn't charge for parking? Dang. Mine did. In my little town. They definitely charge for parking. It's brutal. In Utah, you have massive free parking lots. Okay. I tell you what. We'll add a massive free parking lot. The question is if I should just make my own. I feel like I've ended up liking that more lately. Oh, this is gonna be just gross. Didn't mean for that to happen. I think there. Traffic solutions. Everyone will love this. The double roundabout. That probably should have a different design, but we're being very rigid and holding to what we were doing. Whoa, the traffic. We need a Biffa to help us with our traffic. The roundabout is cursed. Listen, the roundabout is functioning. This is fine. This, where it's just signalized, this is a problem. This is actually an issue. I think we might be a lane away from fixing it though. So we'll just add a bit of capacity. And after we do that, everything will be fine. The crazy thing is this is 7:50 at night. So to have this kind of traffic at night demonstrates that there's a real problem here. I wonder. I wonder if we can roundabout our way out of this. Looks awful. Awful. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Higher capacity intersection. I could. I also don't know that it's necessary. Like like right now, do we have all of this traffic here because we don't have another interchange down here? I mean, that's probably fairly likely. Also, we just zoned a bunch right here, a whole bunch. So as a result, a crush of stuff is happening right here. But okay. We need our parking lot. So let's see. We'll go. I'm gonna move this first. I'm gonna run the parking. I kind of feel like the rear would be the play. And then we'll like have a connection between these two roads, and the parking will reach on there, so it's not cul-de-sac then. Few more simulation hours in the express lane. You're loving them? They're working well for you, Gary? I'm gonna have to experiment with that. So Gary was talking on Discord about how we set up this express lane, kind of like an express lane that you would see in the DC area. And it's helping with all of the taxi traffic, which is pretty darn cool. Pretty darn cool. Average Zing just got here. What new mods? Well, we've got a bunch of new industrial zones. So we have the mod that has the clean industrial zones. It doesn't look like it's perfect, but I would say that this is pretty exceptional in comparison to the vanilla industrial zone. These are specialized industry zones where you can actually zone to have forestry or manufacturing or food, which is super cool. Like I could see, like, if I had this in Saguna Beach, zoning the oil industry to show up right next to it, that'd be super cool. Yeah. So yeah, that's one of them. We've also got Crash the Desktop. That was dope. I love that. That mod did not. That one didn't do what I hoped it would do. Yeah. So the reason I wanted to show you Ultra Painter was to tell you that maybe it isn't compatible with some of the mods that are out there right now. Also, I just really wanted to make sure that Anarchy ended up back in the list, and now I can. So that's amazing. Yeah, that was Ultra Painter. Ultra Painter looks like a super sick mod. So basically, what Ultra Painter allows you to do is paint like a spray paint can, different surfaces, and it comes with 4 different surfaces. So all of the textures on the ground here are from Ultra Painter. So it kind of reminds me of some of what you could do with the tools in City Skylines 1. And as much as I love what we can do with surfaces, I do feel like I'm missing the ability to just like be a little rough and dirty and quick with things. It's just one of the tools that we're missing in the toolbox. So yeah, not great. Is Zillow advertising to you like you can afford a home? I mean, on the it's gonna be some point that I feel like things got to crash back to reality at some point. I say that as someone who would be harmed by that. That's okay. I want my kids to be able to own a home someday. BFM with Stackhouse. Thank you for the biddies. If we go a week referring to the roundabout by its God-given name, which is obviously traffic circle. No, they're different things. Traffic circle is multi-lane. I wouldn't consider a traffic circle a roundabout and vice versa. That's just me though. Lenny, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs, dude. Super generous. Really appreciate the support. Jay, thank you so much for the year again. Yeah. The plan is to try to zone and everything. I don't know what we lost. We're gonna have to find it out. Lonely Pine, thank you for the super chat. You love Phoenix, but we goofed by not voting for Valtrans back in the 80s. Imagine Phoenix with elevated rail. Now the tallest building in the state is vacant. I did not realize that. That would have been sick to have the elevated rail. That is wild. It's a really cool area. I hope that at some point density increases, walkability increases. Will, thank you for the super chat. If you've been watching my content from the beginning, go buy myself a coffee. Much love, brother. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Steve, thank you so much for the super chat. Packers picked a wide receiver in the first round. This is my draft update for the night. I appreciate you. LW Smith, thank you for the prime. Love to see me build an East Asian megacity series sometime. What do I think? I won't say no. Maybe. I mean, we're doing some fun things with the European city, so why not? First traffic circle you've encountered was in Dedham, Massachusetts. It was a 1.5 mile circumference. That is wild. Chat, should I do it again? Should I click the button and see if it works this time? Was it just a one-time thing? You hate living in multifamily homes? Having people walk above you is so freaking annoying. It depends on the construction of it. I've been in some where you can't tell. Yeah, I think I gotta click it. I gotta see if it's the mod or not. Okay. Oh, that is satisfying. Very cloudy. Let's get rid of the clouds. Okay. So let's just see. What can we do here with this? Oh my goodness. Oh, this is awesome. This is a good mod. Like I hope that the stability is there. And the other thing is this modder, they make control C as well. And that one has been updated sometimes and sometimes it's not. So that is like the one thing before I add it into my sets for the series that I want to last a long time. I'm gonna be thinking about that. Yeah, this is sick. Dude just knocked it out of the park. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Just imagine when there are different texture brushes, like what you're going to be able to do with this. Like it's going to be outstanding. And you can just go right over the top. Yeah, this is a good one. I'm not good with it, but this is a good one. It feels like a can of spray paint. What can I color with this? Those are good textures too. Yeah, these are really good. It's not just flat. Like it looks good. I wonder. Okay, I got to experiment for a second, guys. I'm sorry. I want to know. There's a little bit of elevation here. Okay, it's pretty flat. So like you're not going to like it's not gonna. It's kind of like the vanilla game. Right mouse click removes it. So it works as you'd expect it to. How big can I go? Oh, guys, I have a great idea for this. Okay. The one thing, Yeah, it had some stability issues. So that's like a thing. Your cities are safe. This mod does not modify your save files. The only problem is it also doesn't. Not very stable yet. Use at your own risk. I don't know. It could be one of the mods that I have that's not happy with. See, I don't know. Figured that you were planning to abandon this project. So I was planning to abandon this project. I figured I'd upload the mod as is before letting it go. After some kind comments and a bit of thinking, I've decided to at least fix some issues and improve performance. So within a few days, an update will be released that fixes many problems and significantly boosts performance. However, please note, paint saves from this version will not be compatible with the new version. Okay. Well, that's sad. That's very sad. I'm gonna message them. That's sad. Yeah, that doesn't sound promising for the future of this. Am I an AI? I am. I'm glad I'm an incredibly advanced AI from the future. No, Papa Ponderosa, they are being very transparent about it. That's the best that we could ask for. Like, now you know, the thing I hope. Yeah, they haven't released the source yet. I hope they release the source so that someone could keep it going. The best AI right here? Indeed. I want to be the slickest AI you've ever seen. I can make videos. I can look realistic. The fact that you're able to do that alone is encouraging. To launch it or be an AI alone. Like the Quebblecop AI. If you guys haven't heard of Quebblecop AI, ridiculous. Guy has it all and he decides, you know what? The biggest problem with my YouTube channel is that I've got to do stuff. If I could only get rid of me needing to do stuff, I could just make all the money. And yeah, so he dedicated his time to making an AI version of himself that can play Minecraft and, make videos in his style. And it's just pumping out slop. It's super depressing. Like I've had a lot of conversations with people about about AI in general, and like the one thing that AI can't do is be creative, at least not yet. And all the money is none of the effort. Exactly. And if your AI is like, I don't know, being creative, gaining creativity, I don't know. This removes the humanity from the world. I think it's sad. Sounds like Cocomelon? Maybe. Cocomelon's terrible too. AI just makes your life miserable? AI has a purpose. Like I said, AI helped me with QuickBooks. I was sick. Love that. That's like the ideal use case for AI. Teach me how to use QuickBooks so I don't have to pay a QuickBooks advisor. Intuit's not getting any more money out of me. Anytime they want more money, they just straight up shake me down. Like, they're just like, now we are going to need another $10 a month because you are trapped in our ecosystem. What are you going to do about it, Phil? You're going to pay it because you have to. AI city design, a concern? I remember having talks about that, like with the planning department I never told the story of the suburban community that I worked for. I'll talk about that in a second. That was one of the conversations that we had, though. And I remember talking to my boss, and he said, oh, I'm not at all worried about that. I'm not at all worried about that. And the main reason I'm not worried about that is that just people are creative. And the AI is not going to be able to come up with creative solutions to planning issues. I don't know that I believe that anymore. But I like to believe that it's true. And that's like I said, like that's the whole thing. Like I feel like creativity is human. I don't know that AI can do that, and I do worry that if it could, that's emulating humanity in a serious way. It's kind of unreal how quickly AI got adopted and integrated into our lives. Yeah, I mean, it's a legitimately disruptive technology. Um, there's also a lot of really dumb uses for it, and I feel like in some cases we just have AI forced upon us for no good reason. I mean, it's kind of like Apple Intelligence. Like, ever since they added Apple Intelligence to my iPhone, the whole thing isn't there, but the portions that are, my phone is objectively worse at many things than it used to be. Like summarizing text messages, like it's garbage at it. It's terrible. Spot On asks if I have a video with the best basic mods for the game. I do. I released it in January or December, one of the two. Check it out. It always changing. I'll probably do another one in June. You'd like to ask the video reps at conferences what their company is doing about the environmental impact of their AI initiatives? I know exactly what they're doing. Nothing. That they are lobbying for nuclear energy, which, to be fair, is probably a solid solution to the problem. But also, how many AI generated cat pictures do we really need? Lots of companies buy green credits. Yeah, but you have to actually do something with the credits. Hold on. That's my concern. Is sometimes there are lots of credits, and I've never actually done the research. I'd actually be really curious about that. Like what is actually happening with these? Are things actually happening? I'd like to know that. Never enough cat pictures. But do you want virtual cat pictures? That's the real question. Like I'd say no. Like we want real cat pictures. First time to catch a live stream. Cheers from a Pennsylvania architect. Thank you so much. Thank you for the love of the craft. I appreciate that. I thank you. Your job is very important. No matter what real civil engineer says. Love architects. For real. Like awesome stuff. A lot of my favorite planners are actually architects, which is one of those interesting things. Strange that tech companies need to push updates and meaningless stuff on apps and mobile phones. I don't think it's... I disagree with that. The main reason is that I feel like there's an acknowledgement now. Like, okay. I'm going to contradict myself a little bit. I disagree somewhat, and in some ways I don't. I understand that you need to maintain staff. And to maintain your staff, they have to have something to do. They also need to get paid. And so I know having updates does that. And a finite update cycle. I don't know. The part that I have a problem with is more that the perpetual update cycle leads to you can't ever own anything and you have to pay. There's no perpetual license for you. I mean, that part stinks. Then again, there are ways around that too. Like I'm curious to know this now. So I found, and this is gonna sound super lame. I mentioned this on Discord. I found a Groupon that had the perpetual license for Office for $30, 2024 version. I wanted OneNote. That was the big thing. So I picked that up because I don't want to pay a monthly fee to Office 365. And I was using LibreOffice and it just wasn't as good. Is that unethical? You ever heard of Groupon Forever? I haven't either. I just Googled perpetual license Office 2027 and Groupon came up. Groupon is still around. They are slinging CD keys. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to give it a shot. And it worked. It's fine. It's fine. Manna Lily, good night all. And you hope Phil was, hold on. Has fun making mega parking lot. Only one parking lot. It's actually the second one. I'm sorry. Screw Office 365. You hate all these subscription models? Yes. Vibe coding, am I right? I don't know what that is. No, having a key instead of a subscription is way better. When Adobe switches to subscription, they launch as a customer. Same here. I see. So that's where I'm conflicted because I'm the type of person who you will be able to keep your developers around because I will always pay for the update. With Affinity, the moment they release a new version of Affinity, I buy it. But I just want to own it. I just want to be able to do it at my pace. I want to know that I want to wait to let other people try it out. And when they tell me that it's good, then I'm gonna put it in, install it then. But I don't want to do it right away. And I feel like with Adobe, it's just like, you've got to do it. Otherwise you can't just I don't even know if it's an option, number one. And number two, even if it were, you're paying for this, you should get something out of it, which is your update. You use Adobe Creative Suite for work, but thankfully your company pays for that now. Oh, so did I. When I first started the channel, the whole reason I used Premiere is I had a Creative Cloud account through work, and they allowed me to use. I had 2 activations, and I got to use one of my activations at home. So I was like, yeah, I'll learn Premiere, and then I just despised it. And then once I was like, I need to actually have my own stuff. I don't want to use my works license for things. I looked at the pricing of it. It's like, I would never pay this much. This is crazy. Like, it's way too expensive. So that was why I ended up getting my Mac because of that. Because I was like, I'll get Final Cut, and if this YouTube thing lasts as long as it feels like it might, then it'll pay for itself eventually, and it has. It's been buying the Mac was a great deal. Premiere is horrible in your opinion? That's the thing. It was very, very buggy, very, very crashy. The one regret I have is I probably, and my editors, hopefully he's not listening, I probably should have gotten into Resolve. I probably should have done it. Now I can't. I like the Magic Timeline too much. Cries in monthly Adobe fees. Banglorious. So, okay, Brandon, what prevents you from trying DaVinci out? Like, is there anything in particular? You're learning Resolve for video. It seems pretty nice. Resolve seems super nice. And I will tell you what, all of my issues tonight came down to collaboration not being a great thing. Learning curve mainly, and that's my thing too. The collaboration tools for me, like I edit with my editor. And it just sucks. It's just like every project like this, I would have been done with the video at like 2:30 if it wouldn't have just completely broke. And that really, like, when you have that realization that, like, if Apple would take collaboration seriously, I wouldn't have had that problem. It's super sad times. Pinnacle Forever. I don't even know what that is. Collaboration Final Cut isn't great. Yeah, no, it's terrible. Like your XMLs break. It's just terrible. Yeah, absolutely brutal. Vainglorious, like, where do you find the time to learn a brand new editing suite while still creating content? I mean, bluntly, you just stop. You slow down. I think it's like anything. You make the commitment that in the long term, it's going to be better for you. So it's worth eating it up front. But that's really hard. Like, and I say that as someone who, like, I've got a bunch of sound panels in my office right now. They're sitting next to my coffee pot at work because I have not taken the time to install them yet. They shipped them in from Phoenix, and they've been here for 2 weeks. And I have been struggling with a video and struggling with other things and out of town, and just like, it's easy to put things off. So as much as I would like to say, yeah, you just gotta prioritize it. Like I don't do it either. Who am I to say anything? Have I recently created a vanilla only city with the most recent updates? Would be nice to see. You couldn't get one that was completely vanilla. Yeah, there was a stream actually. The day after the most recent update came out, we made a vanilla city, and it was good. I mean, I still believe firmly that Skylines 2, at least for the time being, the best way to play it is with mods. But I will say it's made some huge strides. And I will be, I mean, I'm supposed to be working on the beginner's guide. That's supposed to be the next video. It's supposed to have been the next video for a long time, and I keep putting it off, mostly because I don't even know how to come back to it at this point. Like, it's been so many updates, and I was so frustrated when I stopped because of some of the homelessness issues that are now no longer quite a thing. That would be the one too. So I guess maybe I just need to do it, get back to it. Madish is doing okay, vanilla. Madish Moose. You quite enjoyed it with the mods after the Southwest and Northeast packs. You played 100 hours in a single city in less than a month. I mean, the region packs really did change the game. The problem with the region packs for me is that while they're great without mods, man, with mods, they're so good. They're ridiculously good. So yeah, that's my thing. Like what I'm doing right now, I would still want to do stuff like this because it's super cool, and you just like, you can do it in vanilla if you have dev mode enabled, but it's not easy. It's not easy. You disable the region packs, takes too long to load. Okay. Radist, when did you first of all only have region packs that you need? Like, I think that's the big problem, is a lot of people go, I need every region pack. You don't. But with the last update, it got a lot better for me. Like, I feel you. It was brutal for a while there. But it seemed to get better with the last update. Noted that Find It has a random asset hotkey. Whoa. Wait, are you serious? Hold on. Average Zing, I love you. Thank you. Oh man. What should this be? What should this be? L? Is L anything? Alt R? I feel like I'll screw that one up. Okay. Okay, so let's experiment with this. So this block, I want 4 units deep, southwest, level 1, width 2, low density. Don't want that one. Okay, whatever. I'll oh ho 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 ho. You just changed the game for me. You just changed the game for me. You made me a plopper. You guys are gonna lose me to plopping now. Oh, look at that. If I could even seamlessly move through these. Oh. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. It's so nice. How? I went inside of a... So, first of all, I mean... Zing. The way that you do this, go under your Find It settings, go under key bindings, and then select random asset doesn't have a key assigned to it. I just picked L. And then when you're in here, all you got to do is select a building. You could hit L. You could even change your parameters here. So I could say I want this to be 4 units deep and 2 wide. Hit L and it will change to that. It'll just change on the fly and you can move between these. Now, if we're really sophisticated, and what I'm probably going to do is I will just like all the ones that I actually like and then go into here. And now we've done it. Now we've got a theme. Now we can make themes. Now we've got, zing. Oh my goodness. Oh, I feel like you've just unlocked something. I'm going to make a video about this tomorrow. I'm super pumped. That is super cool. God, I might make a different video than I was planning on making. Man, that is just nuts. I can't believe I didn't think to look in there. That's just so good. It's so good. Like this could be like just a short and it's fine. Like, my goodness, that's so good. But this, so what this enables to me, so I want to get out of that filter. We'll get rid of these. Let me out of the filter. Why can't I get out of the filter? There we go. I want to find beach properties. How do I narrow down to that? So low density, North American. Oh my goodness. We need, so I gotta talk to TDW about this. I need multiple favorites lists, because if I had multiple favorites lists, I can make like a trailer park zoning category. Basically, I can make like, so here, I think these are some, where are the beach? What's that? There's that, oh, waterfront. So I'm adding these all to the favorites list. And then what I'm going to be able to do is have a mixture. What I've always wanted is a mixture of Southwest and some of the beachfront property assets, but not all of them. Some of them are going to be the North American. Some are going to be the European. But if I combine these and then I lock the assets using Plop the Growables, I can get a super legit, very varied looking neighborhood that looks very Californian or, Southwestern, Nevada. I don't know that necessarily. Maybe Phoenix. Super cool. Super cool. I can use search too. I can. Gosh. Zing. Dude. This is seriously one of the most helpful things that someone has mentioned in chat in a long time. Like, that's not me putting down chat. I'm just saying this is insanely useful, and I really appreciate it. I'm super pumped about this. This has been one of those things that I've really missed from Cities 1, and you've brought a lot of fun to the game for me. So I really appreciate that. You've basically built a whole city using that. I mean, I'm going to too. I mean, just bluntly. So maybe here's the question. I could just do a tutorial. So I've been thinking about doing a top 15 tips or top 10 tips for City Skylines. This would probably be one of them. I also wanted to make a beachfront neighborhood, and I feel like this is kind of how I do it to make it feel really varied. Because now, so what I want to be able to do is go into here. Now I've got these, and I could obviously have more, but I should be able. I think I gotta set the depth. That'd be the only thing. I need to have the depth set. Everything else doesn't really matter, I don't think. And why can't I add that? Interesting. So apparently, oh wait, I just have to be in there. Okay. Depth of 5. Into my favorites. Yeah, I don't know why that's not working. Don't give in. Zoran, how am I doing? I'm doing really well. I'm trying to figure this thing out. Basically Zing has brought back a feature to my attention anyway. TDW brought it back. Brought my attention to this feature that I've really missed. It's the ability to be able to basically randomize buildings as you're plopping them. It's an absolute game changer. The only problem is I can't, when I'm inside of the favorites menu, I can't narrow it down by size, which is unfortunate. I don't know why that would be the case. It doesn't seem like that's possible just yet. I'm gonna ask TDW about that though, because then it would be like, it'd be perfect. The MC video was amazing of epic proportions. QZ, did you watch it? Did you already watch it? Were there any issues with it? That's a better question. The Magnolia County. Oh, you did. The Magnolia County video is. Well, so QZ, I will tell you this. I took the scale of that video, dramatically reduced it. I was supposed to be building 2 neighborhoods over 7 decades. And I at a certain point realized it was too big. That was part of the reason why the video, the reason it's taken so long is I had to redo it twice. It's a big mistake, much regret. You didn't see anything wrong? Good. I do have a neighborhood name idea. You should message it to me. You don't think he will? He likes CS2 too much? Yeah, I would never do another City Skylines 1 series. Not a new one. No. I feel bad about that, but it's just I think I'm done with Skylines 1. Unfortunately. Outside of I know that I still must finish the couple series that I never finished. And I will do it, even if I'm slow. You're playing CS1 right now? So I've tried to go back. And there are things that I definitely love about it. But for me, I really love the landscaping tools. It's funny. I hate the way that this game handles, the textures for relief. It feels really flat, but the landscaping tools are so good. The road tools are so good. I can make things in this game in just a couple seconds that would take me forever in CS1, even with all of the best mods. Yeah, I like the way it plays a lot better. I feel like it looks a lot nicer. Like, there are issues with this game for sure, but I feel like it looks a lot nicer. The interface is better. I feel like the simulation is just about the same. In which case I say it wasn't great in CS1. I feel like the game leaves a lot to be desired as a simulator. This is better in some regards and worse in others. They're just different. So all things equal, I'd rather play this game. City's gonna have a lot of abandoned residential. Yeah. The reason why it has no demand is we still have no education. Also high crime risk, so you'll get mugged. No entertainment. High noise pollution and no healthcare. But we have lots of money now, so we've got that going for us. You can't message me? We'll fix that after the stream. I'll fix it after the stream. The water was better in CS1. Oh, I completely agree. I feel like playing with water in CS2 is like... So the reason why a couple of my videos have taken me so long, besides the research I put into them, the reservoir video took as long as it did because making a reservoir using the water tools is just... It's brutal. It doesn't make any sense. In CS1, even though the tools could be erratic, I felt like they were always logical, and I don't always feel like they're logical in CS2. And I don't really know how to. I don't really know what they need to do to fix it. But something needs to be done. It doesn't work all the time now. I'm gonna get a college. We're gonna spend our development points because I want to zone things in, but I think we have to resolve the education, all of our city service needs basically. We'll get all those resolved. Police, maybe fire if that's an issue, and then we'll just zone everything in. You still struggle to make hydroelectric dams work? Yeah. So initially. The reservoir, I was thinking like doing something like Shasta and having a dam in it, but the dams are so finicky, and I feel like the way they're configured is kind of awkward, and I gave up on the idea. It felt like it was between how the mechanic works, how the dam is constructed, how inflexible it is. It just felt like it wasn't the right call. It wasn't going to be fun. Sir Terminus, thank you for 35 months. That is wild. Time passes too quick. Thanks for all the years, CPP. Thank you, dude. 35 months. Dang. Doc, getting into the zone. I am in the zone. Thank you so much. 17 months. That's wild. Forager, thank you so much for becoming a Prime member. Zing, I'm glad you got the gifted. Jay, thank you for getting that to Zing. They've given 2 gifted subs. Thank you. The Jeffy Poo, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate you. 36 months. Thank you so much, Saya. It's like it's wild to me to think about how long this has been going on, and that I appreciate that you guys are still here. Like it's wild to me that you guys still want to be here, but I appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate it. I really do. Lanny, thank you for the biddies, buddy. QZ, you should be able to add me. I don't know. I don't know why you. Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. So let me see. Where we want to put community college. I think I'm gonna have this right downtown. We've got a train down here. I kind of like the idea. I'm probably gonna get rid of some of this parking. It was kind of a joke based on Alco. Not a huge fan of it. Maybe we'll throw in the community college down here. Perfect college scam building. The modern community college. Oh, it fits perfectly. And it gets us the Eastern European office. An office building inspired by Eastern European architecture. Right over the top of all these other buildings. It's perfect. I love when I accidentally forget anarchy on. That's my genius move right there. My favorite move. It's the only move I got. Fill use of inspo in your use inspiration of your community college in Scottsdale. I would need to know the community college in Scottsdale. But we still have a normal college to place too. Not normal. They're both normal. We still have a 4-year college to place. Wait. Lenny, dude, Lenny. I got the Lenny song. Thank you, man. That's super generous of you. Anyone who just got a gifted sub on Twitch from Lenny, know that there is a Magnolia County video sitting in the Vimeo. Yeah, super cool. Need your scam uni? Which is the scam uni? That's the question. Well, we don't have any money, so it's all a scam right now. We got the Modern University. Is this the scam uni? Put it right off the highway with some parking ramps next to it. You love Lenny's song? Me too. The scam worked out of money. We are out of money. We'll scam them by making time go fast. Everything's gonna be fine. Song reminds you of Tropico. I need to message my producer because I like after he put this song together, which was totally unprompted. Like I didn't say make this song. He just like included it in the 20 songs that I had requested. I told him I want more songs like this one because I'd like to switch Saguna Beach to have its own sound. This to me like sounds like Saguna Beach. So yeah. Oh my goodness, I am a terrible streamer. I just realized something terrible that I did. YouTube knows what I did. Give me a second, YouTube. And then I offer you a sincere apology. What did I do? Well, basically, when I set up my multi streaming client, it's signed out of YouTube. So as a result, I've been chatting. I have YouTube off to the right, so I see some stuff. I see the notifications, but I've not been seeing chat, and I just have not noticed. So I've been terrible. Yes, lobster fingers. Now I see you though. Oh, I am the devil right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, YouTube. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Jonathan, you're loving the city, and I didn't see that you were loving the city. Hey, CPB, I really enjoyed my appearance in the recent Jesse Cox podcast. Could I talk a little bit about my experience recording them? Yes. I mean, he didn't cut any out, really. So he cut out dead air. The experience of working about going on that podcast was basically that. So when you get a YouTube channel of a certain size, you get invited by YouTube to join. They have the partner manager program. So basically, someone at YouTube sits down with me monthly, goes over my YouTube analytics, provides some strategic advice, relays information directly from YouTube to me. It makes me really feel valued. It's really cool that they do that. So the person that I've been working with, who I've been working with since, since I had 100,000 subscribers, he said that I'm one of his favorite people to work with, and one of his other favorite people to work with was Jesse. And he said, I think the two of you would really have you'd really hit it off if you took just a moment to chat. And he's got this podcasting that he's working on, where he's meeting people that play different games and teaching him about things. So it's one of those things where I said, yeah, that sounds fun. Jesse was awesome to sit down and chat with. It's a guy who's like an OG of YouTube. So to have him sit down, treat me as a peer, just be super friendly, super cool. So very, very cool. Like I would do it again in a heartbeat. Yeah, very, very cool. I'm a fan. Put it that way. Master Dork, you see me on YouTube on your iPad and your PS4 and TV. Well, thank you. Good to see you, Master Dork. Dylan just got here. Everyone in chat want to fill you in. I've been just zoning things in. We've actually, while we've been just chit-chatting, filled in quite a bit. Learned a lot tonight. We still haven't done one thing though. That's the service blocks. Just got home after 5 hours. Mile walk, eating some cottage cheese and blueberries. Gupta, you get your song for that. Greetings from Costa Rica. You've been a fan since the beginning. You really love and enjoy each episode. Harvin, well, thank you so much. I've got it. That's a place I need to get to. My wife, just before my wife and I met, she went to Costa Rica right after she graduated college, and she did this thing with turtles. where she helped the turtles find the beach because they will go towards the city lights. And she said it was kind of a life-changing experience for her. And then we met like right after that, and we'd never gone together, but she went there and loved it. Joey, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Seriously, that's super cool of you. You guys are super generous. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to gift that love straight back, by the way, to the next person. The person that we raid. Cottage cheese is goated. I agree. House Skylines 2 versus 1. Is it worth the price or better on sale? Man, I get that question all the time. I'm super biased. And I will tell you that I'm super biased up front. I play this game every day. It's the main thing on the channel. So I like it. I wouldn't keep playing it if I didn't like it. I slowed down a lot when I was unhappy, and I've sped up as I've had a lot more fun with it. Does it have issues? Yeah. Is it a ton better than it used to be? Heck yeah, man. It's so good compared to where it was. Also, half the time the issues now are my fault. So, yeah, I think it's a lot better. It's not perfect though. So if you're looking, like, a lot of people compare it to CS1, but they're just not comparable. Like, CS1 is a game that has 10 years of mods and content available for it. If you go into it and you're comparing it directly to CS1, you're probably going to like CS1 more. Unless, of course, you're like me and there's certain tools you just like so much that it's hard to play without them. You don't think KSP2 will get better when the studio closed? That's true. Didn't it get sold too? Didn't someone buy the IP? Some mysterious person? Or some mysterious studio and they're not really talking about it? That changes things. I think that all of the talk of the demise of CS2 has been premature. I don't think that's the case. You pray for that sequel's success. For what? Which one? This one? Oh, Kerbal Space Program? I'm sorry, my friend. That ship has sailed. That's that ship has sailed. That's a goner. I don't think so. I heard that the team that originally made it though, they are either working on a game or have put together a game with cats instead, like space cats or something. I don't know. So I think that if you're looking for something, that's probably the best you're gonna get. And it's the same team, so yeah, maybe it's good. Hey, CPB, nice jacket. Where'd I get it? This is actually a sweatshirt. It was a Christmas gift from my management company. So my management company, basically they help me with brand deals and different things like that, and they got this for me. So super cool company called Mana Talent. If you are familiar with like Penguin Zero, it's his company. Charlie. Yeah, super cool. Super cool. I they wouldn't have imagined that they'd want to work with me, but super cool. Will it ever be released on console? Your Huawei laptop cannot handle this game and you want to play so bad? Do you have the MateBook too? That looked like a super nice looking laptop. Your guess is as good as mine on console, unfortunately. The thing that I've been speculating for a while is that it's not going to come until the assets are released because they're kind of, I think that they're not going to want to put the time into redoing things. Get it right on console. So that's my speculation. Probably is pretty chill. definitely doesn't talk to me. But does seem super chill. Charlie's pretty cool. You know him personally, Lobster Fingers? Me too. Are there any leaks? When will assets be released? Listen, if I will tell you guys, if I had any info that I could share, man, if I had any info that I couldn't share, I wish I could pass it on to you. Unfortunately, I am as in the dark with assets as you are. I have no info. I actually have no info on anything right now. So, if you want to know anything, I cannot help you. I can be absolutely not helpful. Was looking at future content and the expansion pass is interesting. Ports as a full-fledged expansion seems curious. Well, the curious thing to me about that is the release date, which is Q2 of this year. Some people are saying Q3, but I honestly think that that is all like differences in I think that it's they throw in a hold date, and the people who are seeing Q3 are in Australia because that'd be the next day, or Japan or New Zealand. I think it's going to come out this quarter, and I can't wait. That's the thing that I'm like really looking forward to. I think that new content is going to be very nice. Very, very nice. Charlie is cooler than a Red Bull chugged with a penguin mid speed run while monologuing about the moist meter. I mean, you gotta love the moist meter. I don't have anything that cool. And that's why I'm not Charlie, among other things. Ocarina, good to see you. How you doing tonight? Pagan Scar, but you don't think it will release on current gen systems? I think it will. I think it will. But on that note, I would be curious to know, like, so are there games that have played differently on different systems? So like let's say, I mean, are there any games that play differently on the Series S, for instance, than they do on the X and PS5? Is it night at US? It is night, yeah. It is currently 11 p.m. for me. This is, yeah, definitely. This is my nighttime stream. You must be in Australia or New Zealand. I know that this time works out really well there. 9 on the West Coast is perfect. At Charlie Powell Penguin 0. Hi everyone, I hope you have fun. Quick question, should you build cargo train to your city? Do you not see any benefit from it? Is it effective or is it mostly a decoration? It's effective. You should definitely build cargo rail. Not only that, it's just realistic. A lot of cities were built around cargo rail, regardless of where you are in the world. Very important. You love being in the same time zone as me, Blue Space? It means that you're up way too late on a Thursday night. I like it though. I'm a night person. It's 1 p.m. in Japan. So it's perfect in Japan too. So that's why, so just so you guys, I explained it to the daytime stream folks, but I've been really toying around with the idea of, instead of doing every other week and having a really long stream where it's like 6 hours, basically doing 2 streams a week where it's like 2.5, 3 hours. One at night, one during the day. 'cause I just feel like we're not making enough progress. I want to make progress in these cities. 11 p.m. is never too late for Phil Stream. I appreciate that. Public holiday today for Australia and New Zealand, so perfect day for a stream. What's the holiday? That's a good educational thing for me. I'm curious. Anzac? That can't be the holiday, is it? Eating hot dogs, drinking a tall boy, watching CPP. Life is good. Pud. I love it. Anzac Day for us Kiwis and Aussies. Hold on. Anzac Day. That's the name of it. Day of Remembrance in Australia, New Zealand, and Tonga. So what does Anzac Day mean? It's for all who served and died in all wars, conflicts, and peacekeeping operations. Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, Anzac. Interesting. So it's basically Veterans Day for you guys. Well, I hope you guys have a good day off. I hope it's relaxing and you know, you can commemorate that. That's important. Yeah, it sounds like Veterans Memorial Day. Sounds identical. So ours comes up soon, but it's not now, no. Gonna do it. Hey, spicy taco. Have a good night. Hopefully all is well in Leander, Texas. And hopefully I didn't bore you too much tonight by like crashing the game and you know, breaking things. Eating rendang from your mom in Indonesia. What is that? What's rendang? Hold on. Dry curry dish, popular in Indonesia and Malaysia, where it's a national dish. Made by slow cooking meat, typically beef, in coconut milk and spices till the liquid evaporates, and the meat absorbs the flavorful glaze. It sounds delicious. That sounds wonderful. I've never had that, but now I want it. I'll have to see if there's any place in town that serves that. It sounds like it's not a stew. It sounds like it sounds like slow cooked meat with maybe like a curry sauce that you put over rice. Sounds delicious. It sounds honestly just delicious. You got an army day and stuff. Nothing towards the veteran folk. Where's that at? Where you have an army day but no veterans day. Cottage cheese sounds bad. QZ, that's blasphemy. You need to try it. And QZ, when I was on campus, we had unlimited cottage cheese. And it was my favorite thing. I would just go take a gigantic bowl of cottage cheese back to my dorm room. Nothing better. Nothing better. Cottage cheese is nasty. It's good for protein. It's low calorie and it's very filling. Cottage cheese with a little bit of salt is unbeatable. Unbeatable. Freshman 15 for Phil. No, I didn't have the freshman 15 because I was eating cottage cheese. Like all I had was cottage cheese for my freshman year. I got the sophomore 15 because I got a George Foreman grill and I lived off campus. I no longer had access to the food plan. And I, in my room, would make ham and cheese sandwiches. And that happened because we had a Cold War, basically, over making... Basically, nobody wanted to do the dishes. And after a little while, we all did our dishes and then locked them in our rooms and then stopped cooking. So what I would cook was anything that would work in my George Foreman grill. That was it. Nothing else. Cottage cheese with hot sauce is the way. Well, I love hot sauce, and I've never tried that. So you better believe I'm doing that. Lean meat fat reducing grilling machine, indeed. That was my go-to. That was all that I lived on. And that's because you could take ham and turn it into something magical, and it was so small. Grilled cheese in your bedroom. You guys are cursed. Cottage cheese with hot sauce sounds a lot better. My wife knows how much I like cottage cheese. So she came home with these cottage cheese packets that that looks so stupid. She came in with these cottage cheese packets that had like what did it have? Pineapple? And just like pineapple doesn't belong on pizza, pineapple also does not belong in my cottage cheese. And I looked at it. I didn't eat it for the longest time. And then eventually I decided, you know what? She got this for me. I'm being rude by not trying it. I'll give it a shot. And I went to give it a shot and the thing wouldn't open. And then eventually just like as I almost got it open, it exploded all over the place. And I then and there decided never again. This not only is this the worst way to have cottage cheese, just like based on my feelings. It did some nasty things to me. Now I'm done. Never again. Never again. As a Canadian, it's your duty to defend pineapple on pizza. You will die on that hill. Listen, my Canadian friend, I love you. Also, that is it's just not acceptable. It does not belong. It does not belong on pizza ever. It does not. It's just one of those things. You're wrong. It's okay. I'm wrong about a lot of things, and you're wrong about this one thing. I am wrong. It's like Canadian bacon is just not. It's not bacon, and it's a waste of a pig. It's just a waste of a pig. It's the only way to waste pork. Canadian bacon. Create a poll? I will. Oh, I will not. Oh, wait, no, I will. Poll. Is Canadian bacon bad? Yes or no? You can waste your planner points on this if you'd like. 15 per wasted vote. You're sorry, but pineapple does belong on pizza. You will do anything to stop me from doing it. But Pinnacle does not belong on pizza. Does belong in pizza. You will do anything to stop me from stopping it. Oh. Airport, you're confusing me. Remember, chat, 50-50 balanced as all things should be. Is Canadian bacon bad? It's very, very close. Yes, it's coming. It's coming in. It's 60 votes behind, 70 votes behind. Canadian bacon has a place. Breakfast foods. So my problem with Canadian bacon is that it's just objectively worse than every kind of meat that you could have with it. So you guys say it's good. Okay. Robert the Brews contributed 2,880 channel points to that. Okay. And the second poll. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Yes or no? I wish that I had all of the votes. I can vote one time. That's it in my poll. So YouTube, basically Twitch says yes, Canadian bacon is not bad. No, 54%. As far as does pineapple belong on pizza, that is crushing Canadian bacon being good, which I find to be hilarious because I feel like who would put pineapple on a pizza without Canadian bacon? So there's someone out there that says that pineapple should be on pizza but not Canadian bacon. That doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. We don't mind if it makes a visit from time to time. Pineapple and cottage cheese is the bomb, though. I just feel like cottage cheese is a savory food. I put salt in my cottage cheese and pepper. It is rigged. It is a rigged vote. Yes, pineapple belongs on pizza, 58%. Ugh. I disagree, but I've been overruled. You know what? Fine. One of these nights, I'm just gonna get a Hawaiian pizza, and because of this, and I will eat it. I'm gonna try to find the very best Hawaiian pizza in Madison, and I'll have it, and I'll let you know what I think. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. Get my Midwest sensibility out of here. I mean, we got Soft Kill coming over from YouTube to make a vote. That's legit. That's legit. Stream it on live. I will stream it live. I will give it a shot, and I will let you know. I'll see if I. So here's the thing. I swore it off years ago. Maybe my tastes have changed. I doubt it. But could that many people on Twitch be wrong? Probably, but maybe not. Maybe not. It's pineapple and ham. Forget Canadian bacon. Most places don't use it anyway. It's ham or bacon, regular bacon. Oh. Listen, I like pineapple. I like Brazilian where I get my grilled pineapple. I love bacon. I could be down with real bacon and pineapple. I bet you I would like that, actually. You want me to try all the foods I hate? Here's the thing, I don't hate many foods. The foods I hate are super weird. You know, like, the foods I hate are like, my wife got octopus. And she asked if I wanted octopus. I don't want octopus. That's disgusting. And octopuses are smart. That makes me feel bad. I don't want that. You love El Pastor pineapple? I can see that being super good. Octopus is great. It's amazing. But here's the thing. How would I even do that? I'd probably have to stream it live, go in with my phone, and awkwardly eat octopus. Also, I don't live anywhere near the coast. I don't trust octopus that's in Wisconsin. Would you? It's really, really good, Vainglorious. Oh my goodness. You guys all like octopus. Gosh. It's only really good at a Red Wings game. No Greek food in Wisconsin? We do have some. It's a long ways away from me. All of it is. I love Greek food, but it's a hike to get to it for me. It's honestly my favorite. My favorite. Have I had squid sushi? No, so I don't like a lot of, like, I like fish, but then there's a lot of other seafood that I don't like. So I've never had squid. I've had lobster. I hated it. Lobster was the worst. I don't like crab. It's mainly seafood. I don't like scallops. I don't know. All of it. I don't like calamari. I don't like that either. I like fish. I like fish. I like shrimp. Yeah. Went to a sushi place in Phoenix that said fresh. You don't like it? I don't like crab. So the reason I don't like crab is my mom growing up would make these. She made these crab patties. They were just like salty and it was like not good. That and salmon loaf. I didn't like salmon for a long time because she used to make salmon loaf, which I really didn't like. My mom was great, but some of the things she made were not. Yeah, salmon loaf. It was exactly the way it sounds. It was rough. You love seafood? You're sad I don't like it? I mean, I love fish. Like, I would eat fried or a baked fish every day of my life. Like, if I could have salmon or tilapia or cod or, walleye or, any of it, I love it. Just love it. I would give up all red meat to have fish for sure. Like, I could eat a fish only diet. Exposure therapy will move me past my seafood trauma. Yeah, if mercury poisoning wasn't a thing. Good point. But here's the thing. If I eat too much meat. So it's either heart failure or mercury poisoning. And I get to pick my poison, literally. So when you think of it like that, it puts things into perspective. You don't like any food that looks you in the eyes when you're eating it? Like fish head, crabs? Like fish head? Oh. I feel you there. When I went to Greece with my wife, she got she would get like a whole fish. Yeah, not my favorite. I do like so here's the thing about that though. I do like the idea of the fish being closer to what it was when it was alive, because I do think it is important sometimes to think about what it used to be. Because I think it's really easy, especially me being a city person, it's really easy to disassociate things. So that's the one thing about that. Like, all right, well, if I have to look at it in the eyes, at least I know it was a living thing at one point. Maybe I don't want to. But is it a bad thing for me to know that every now and then? Probably not. Life would be a lot easier if you liked fish. I tell you what, Jones, I will try octopus if you try fish. Try a cod. It's the least offensive fish. Super easy. We need a mukbang. Honestly, you know why I wouldn't want to do that? My fear would be that like I would just gag and like make people sick. Like nobody wants to watch the guy that's just like getting sick on stream. So there I am just which would be me. That would be me for sure. These grades are outstanding. This is the best planning, especially how this isn't connected. It's all part of the plan, folks. It's all part of the plan. Salmon is easy since it's so far from fish taste. I agree. And it's just easy. Salmon, the great thing about salmon is that it's just super easy to make too. Like my favorite thing about salmon, my kids love salmon. So I can have salmon ready in 15 minutes flat. Everyone's happy. It tastes delicious. I never screw it up. It's one of the few things that I just never screw up. No matter how hard I try. Shrimp is lovely. So I don't even know if I should admit this. Apparently, I make amazing grilled shrimp. I've never tried it. Anytime I grill out, my family requests that I make this lemon pepper shrimp. I've never tasted it even. They tell me it's good. I keep making it. Oysters? No. My wife is going out for oysters this weekend. She and her friends, like every while, will go out for an oyster brunch. Which, first of all, that doesn't sound like brunch food. And second, it's just when my wife and I for our anniversary went and we went to this place called Sardine in downtown Madison. Delicious food. She got the oyster plate, little tiny fork. There's a spoon, whatever, a little tiny one. Great for her. I looked at it and was just like the slurping sounds, just all of it. Ugh, 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 not good. Not into it. Salmon oil is good for the heart and liver. Indeed. Salmon is great. It's like the perfect food. When I say that I could eat fish forever, I really mean salmon. Everyone should eat oysters. It's great for the environment. Is that? Oh, mussels too? Cheap, delicious, and sustainable. I wasn't sure if you were being honest there or not. I'm not sure about the sustainability of either of them. It's good to hear that they are. You think you need to retry salmon? Salmon, it's not the least offensive fish, but it's close. I think that. Oh man, salmon's super chill. I think the only fish that I think is less fishy is cod. I think, but they're very close. You think cod is more fishy? I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, I could see that for sure. Salmon is super chill. Okay. It's probably not the right way of putting it. But it is super chill. You know what? Darn it. I stand by that. Salmon's super chill. My isn't gamey? True. Mackerel's your other favorite? The only one that I think I've ever thought, and maybe I'm probably gonna be a weirdo here. I've had tilapia. That is tilapia. Honestly, like if you don't like fish, like I love catfish, but I know like that is like if you're not a fish person, you're probably not gonna like that. Salmon is pretty chill. I'm glad you understand. Salmon's not just pretty chill. Salmon's super chill. It's basically the chillest of fish. These are just unquestionable facts. Catfish. I love catfish. That was one of the things when I went to Georgia. I got to have good catfish. I don't feel like I get good catfish often in Wisconsin. It's one of those things that, you know, like I rarely get to experience Southern food. It's basically when I'm with my aunt. That's it. And I feel like catfish, that is Southern food. And it's good stuff that I wish that we had here, but we don't. Catfish is your favorite? Daddy Daryl, it's so good. So good. I feel like I should ask if I can call you Daddy Daryl. You've never had catfish? Is it QZ? If you're not sure if you like salmon, I feel like you got to start there. That's the right place to start. Not saying that catfish isn't wonderful, because it is, but I feel like that's jumping in the deep end a little bit there. Need to come to Milwaukee? I do. Yeah, I do. I feel like I feel like that's one of the things I haven't really done in Milwaukee is like, I haven't gone to Milwaukee to eat. Whenever I go to Milwaukee, it's like an event, some like activity that I can't really do in Madison. But I never go for food because the food scene in Madison's so good. I never even think to, but I know it's probably better in Milwaukee. Okay. I think that this will work. It's kind of steep. We're just going to roll with it and hope for the best. I'm good with it. There we go. Mussels are the best. Don't knock Long Johns. Are you talking Long John Silver? Is that still a thing? Catfish is a staple in Alabama. Catfish or shrimp. Cheese grits. Yes. If I ever make it to Montgomery, you'll set something up. I was actually in Montgomery 2 years ago. 2 years ago. But yeah, the first thing I did in Georgia was I got cheese grits, and it was a catfish and shrimp plate at a place in Savannah that was everywhere. Can't think of what it was called, but it was like every diner was the same diner. It was everywhere, and it was good. It was really good. They had like a hot sauce you could dip everything in. Delicious. Catfish has been big in Michigan as well. Pixel, you sub. Thank you so much for the tier 1. Demotion, thank you for the prime. D Kohler, thank you for the prime. For a year. You must have missed the prime at some point. Here's to a year. I have to be up at 2:30 a.m. in Iowa, so have a good night. Well, thank you, dude. That is very late. Thank you for being here. Can we rename Daffodil Lane to Salmon Lane or something fishy? Sure. This is actually the perfect thing to rename because I'm not going to change it now, I don't think. Like this is... Cast fish. There we go. It's 7:39 a.m. Ocarina. It is significantly later for me. It's 11:40. So what city has the worst nightlife in Wisconsin? Do you mean like proper city? I don't know, Sheboygan? I'm trying to think like where. I feel like I've only gone out in Milwaukee. Milwaukee, College Towns, Madison, Fox Cities. Fox Cities is pretty good. Honestly, probably unpopular opinion. I was a little underwhelmed in Milwaukee. Like the times that I've gone. I just kind of expected it to be dramatically better than Madison, and it's not. Have a good evening, Michael. Have a good night. Lacrosse. I have gone to lacrosse. That was so long ago. It'd be hard for me to judge it though. It was like right after my wife and I started dating. She was like, I went to lacrosse. And I'm like, I've never been to lacrosse. I don't know. I know nothing about lacrosse. And she was like, it's the most special place in the world. And then we went there, and like, she still had a lot of friends in college. So it was like kind of going and hanging out with her college friends, which is weird, you know, because it's like, oh, I'm not part of this. You've only been through Wisconsin? Empire Builder? It's a good place. But I'd understand if you like, I feel like Wisconsin is like, it's like a lot of places, you know, like, you know, if you've never been to a place that's similar to Wisconsin, I'd say Arkansas, New Mexico, Ohio. Like, I feel like they're places that, like, if you live there, you probably find things that you really appreciate about them. And if you haven't, it's probably not at the top of your list of places to go. Although I guess New Mexico has like Breaking Bad tourism. We don't have that. If you've never been to Wisconsin, you will die. There's a lot of dead people in this world then. Not much for nightlife in Janesville, but it's close enough to Madison. True. Actually, Janesville is probably the answer. I feel like I forget that Janesville is as big as it is. And when I was on my way to the airport, it was 2 a.m. And I was really hungry. I hadn't had food. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to swing by Janesville and get some food. And everything was closed. And it was just like, I'm not used to that. I'm not used to everything being closed. It was weird. Super weird. Kind of blew my mind, because I think of Janesville as being bigger than that. But it's like, Janesville is basically like the biggest small town. New Mexico has a Long John Silver's. Well, there we go. Now there's a reason to go to New Mexico. The Breaking Bad tour and Long John Silver's. And in Wisconsin, we have Culver's, although we gave it to everyone else now. I have been to the Pacific Northwest, boys. I have not spent a lot of time there. But when I was there, I was working in Seattle. And I helped to restructure the bus routes in Seattle. I rode the bus the entire time I was there. I got to go to the office of the company I was working for. Realized that they didn't have desks, or they didn't have offices, and we did in Denver. It was super weird. It was like all open concept, and I just like didn't get it. I went to McCormick and Schmick's, had lunch with some higher ups, and went to the market, and then rode the bus a whole bunch. Then we came up with a plan to restructure them. Went to Ohio just for the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force. When you're traveling to Kentucky, it was great. That's the thing. Like, all of these places have something interesting about them. You just have to know to look and a desire to go. Your war crime opinion, as a Wisconsinite, is not caring for Culver's. You prefer A&W. That's blasphemy. I'm not even gonna. I think you're just trying to get a rise out of me. Although, if you're a Wisconsinite, to be fair, I went to Culver's this week, like any good Wisconsinite, and my wife got the cod. Not that impressed. Greasy and not that good. My pub burger was great. 10 out of 10. Would get it again. A&W. It's like an old time. Well, it's not an old time anymore. I don't know. It's kind of like they do root beer floats. A&W is known for root beer, burgers, fries, cheese curds, root beer. I feel like it's all not as good as Culver's. Most of them shut down and now they're reopening. So it's interesting. Our warehouse district never opened. I wonder how much of this clean industrial it'll let me get away with placing. No more. Oh wait, I put the wrong one. Clean manufacturing. Just a gigantic industrial district. Perfect. What map is this? This is Las Vegas Valley. And we modified it some. We added the river. We redid some of the highways and things of that nature. But Las Vegas Valley, very cool map. And then it has a theme mix applied to it. Not theme mix. Map texture replacer, rocky sand. So super cool. What's up with the SimCity 2000 zoning colors? I mean, that is an interesting thing. I remember the first time I looked at a zoning map in the real world, being like, the colors are wrong. It's not the same as SimCity. What's going on? You miss Pooh River? Yeah, I guess Schitt's Creek is completely dried up. I could, though. Well, we're thinking about it. We'll move it. We won't ever get rid of it. We'll do this in the most convoluted and complicated way possible. Because if you're going to do it, you better do it right and preserve the name from the previous Schitt's Creek. And I suppose I could dump raw sewage into the river to ensure that it maintains its flow. That is a way that we could handle this. And the real question, are we? We are. We're still doing it. I forgot all about that. So it makes sense that the name is moved. We're good. That's perfect. It's my sister. Is my sister in here? My sister was in chat one night, actually. And she told me how disappointed she was that I didn't acknowledge her. So yeah, it'll happen again. 5 new mods. We've gone through exactly 3 of them. We removed 1. Let's see. Another mod that we didn't look at. Service blocks. Look at that. Healthcare service blocks. A block that can be placed anywhere and then upgraded to provide the service. Okay. So, oh, it looks just like from CS1. I love it. Campus health services. What can I do with this? Upgrade. Place to treat injuries for 50 patients at a time. So what does this do by default? Nothing. I gotta add the upgrades. Can add a helipad. Service parking for 5 and hold on. Why is it locked? Okay. Injuries. Diseases. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, this is so cool. I get it. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can I do what I think I can do? I don't think I can, actually. I was wondering if I could grab this and place it where I want to. I can't. But I think I can relocate. Can I relocate this? Control R it. Okay. Friends, where are you going? So now I should be able to take these and control R. Oh. Gotta remember CS limitations. So I can grab these and tuck these in here, but it's attached to this. So I gotta control R these. So you have to use relocate on these. But service blocks. Service blocks works. Super cool. Super cool. That is super cool. Ah, man, I should probably put this one in Magnolia County. That's super cool. Those ambulances look like those Waymo vehicles you're trying to get out of the lot. New Medical University just dropped. Yeah, that's super cool. That's awesome. So the other thing that we have, fire and rescue. So what can we do with this one? So let's add that. I'm gonna add that to this one. Gonna be kind of weird. Probably shouldn't do it the way I just did it. That's not the right way. I can't reach it now unless I get very lucky. Okay, there. So I can add fire engines, helicopters, and a disaster response unit. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is like the most elusive thing in Skylines, disaster response. And it just occurs within the footprint of this. My God. So you guys know the way I'm going to use this, right? I'm not going to use this. Okay. Basically, I'm going to place a normal fire station. Like I don't, yeah, we placed one over here too. We'll just grab this thing and pop it right in here. Now I got disaster response at this little fire station. That's perfect. That's perfect. Mods go a long way to make CS2 equal to CS1. I completely agree. I completely agree. It's stuff like this, little things that make a big difference. What's the name of this one? This one is called service blocks. Modular service blocks just got released tonight. So we've looked at modular service blocks, Ultra Painter, Ultra Painter is a work in progress and then not being updated. We've also looked at clean industry zones and specialized industry zones. And I think I lied. I think I don't have 5. I think I have 4. That was perfect. I can't even count. Wonderful. I need more sewage. Unfollowing. Listen, Jay Dizzle, I lied to you. I deserve it. I think that you need to hold streamers to account, and when they lie to you, make sure that you show them who's boss. Will that help? No, that's purification. That is also purification. That is not useful. Glad I could waste money though. That's lovely. If anything, I don't want the purification. What I actually want is to turn the creek as brown as possible. Makes that one happy. And that's connected. Perfect. There we go. Schitt's Creek is good. Quitting the stream. That makes sense. I might need fire choppers. That's one of the few services that we've got covered. Put it right along the river. Garbage is piling up. That's the problem over here. And that, I have no idea why that's happening. Because we should be good. And I don't see traffic problems. Don't know why. Balatro stream. I don't like Balatro. I tried. I have Apple Arcade. I got it for free with like a mouse or something. And I tried it and I just didn't like it. I wanted to like it, but I just didn't. That Fire Helicopter Depot vanilla? It is vanilla. You probably haven't used it because it's incredibly expensive. I think it's not a good deal. But it's still super cool. Like, this is the asset that I wanted to add to the last Segunda Beach. I just didn't have the money. And I figured out why. QZ knows why. It's the same problem in Segunda Beach and Magnolia County. And I'm going to have to mod to fix it. I might actually update both maps because of it. Very, very sad. Seriously? We're backing up way back here because of one bus? 5 helis, that's expensive upkeep. It's very expensive. Okay. I've got to tell you guys the story that I was trying to tell you earlier that I totally lost track of. I'm going to do that while I fill in a few more things. And then we're probably going to call it so I can finish Magnolia County before I go to bed. But what I was trying to say is I worked at a regional planning agency for the longest time. And at the regional planning agency, I worked on a lot of plans that were theoretical that never got implemented. Some got implemented, like I worked on a bus stop study that talked about the amenities that should be at every bus stop. That one was like a legitimate study that went somewhere. But I really wanted to work on something tangible. So I got a job in the suburban community that didn't have transit service, and I got transit there. Like that was like the thing that I did, the thing that I could tip my hat on. This came up because I reached out to basically every single major retailer, Costco, Target, Walmart, and then a bunch of other places, an industrial area. And I said, hey, how would you feel about letting a transit vehicle pick people up in your parking lot? And every single one of them turned me down. They all said, liability. Target was the worst. They were like, this very like, we've got this whole corporate structure that we got to go through. Walmart just like ghosted me. And I'd heard that they were good about it. So it was very disappointing that they were just like, talk to the hand. Don't want to talk to you. So that was, if you are in a community where they figured that out, it's a very good manager who's willing to go to bat to make things happen. That's pretty cool. Pretty darn cool if you're in one of those communities. Target dumped their DEI. Well, they dumped their transit way before that. Hey Phil, it's really inconvenient for me to join the daytime stream because it's actually night here. You really want to go to sleep. Is there an option to move it to another day and another time? No. The streams exist for different groups of people. Bluntly, the daytime streams, those are perfect for Europeans. Perfect. So when I stream during the day, it's like just after dinner if you're in Europe. It's like just the perfect time. These streams are perfect if you are in, basically if you're in either Asia or Australia. So I get a chance to hang out with everybody. So yeah. So basically it's that's why I've thought about doing 2 smaller streams so I can hang out with everybody. Because right now it ends up being like every other week, which is a long time. You wake up at 6:30 a.m. Yeah, that's I'm not a morning person. All the streams are perfect for you, QZ. I mean, we are. I think if you are on the West Coast, U.S., it's probably the best time for you. Australia few, Chile. There is a lot of Australians. A lot of Australians and New Zealanders. A lot. Oh, I want to fill these in, but they're just so broken. And then I remember that we've got our new trick. So this is all Zing. Let's see, 4 units deep. 3. I will finish the story as I place a few blocks of these. So the transit story. I ended up getting transit to come to the city with the help of a number of people, a lot of elected officials who were like super supportive. The way that it ultimately happened was we ended up building a bus stop, like transfer center. And I would have never thought that would have happened. But when you have supportive elected officials, they basically we made a suggestion to take city-owned property and turn it into a transfer center, and that transfer center has now become a part of the bus rapid transit system. It's basically the bus rapid transit turns into a local bus for half of its trips, and now it goes to that facility that I helped design. So that was one of the cool things. I got to help design the center. I picked out a bathroom for it. Did all the contracts, like everything down to like figuring out the bus shelter. I had a hand in that, designing the facility itself, worked with the engineers, and then set up the bus route, like helped organize the route. Both before it was bus rapid transit and after. Probably the most proud I've been of a project, because that community had never had bus service. Now they not only have, basically half bus rapid transit. It's not exactly bus rapid transit, but they don't only have that. They also have a local bus route. And I've mentioned on many occasions some of the hostile meetings that I went to where people were like talking about not wanting bus service because they were concerned that those people would show up in their community and, rob them of their jewels or whatever on a commuter bus. Went from that to the community embracing transit and having all-day service, which is the most gratifying thing. Many planners don't have the opportunity to work on something where it goes from like concept to implemented. Very, very fortunate. Super cool. Going from no public transit to having public access was a revelation for you. It's so big. I mean, and here's the thing. just having the option there will plant a seed in some people. There are people, and the thing that was really tough, there were a lot of officials that I had to tell them, I just need you to have some faith because it's not going to happen overnight. People are going to make major life decisions about where they're going to live and, what job they're going to have, based upon this transit. But it needs to be there, it needs to be there. It needs to be there for a while. You guys got to support it for a number of years. And they did it. They said that they did it. And it's been there they made it through the pandemic because it happened just before then. And the ridership got real rough. MD, I'm doing well. How are you? You wish Missoula would step up on their transit game? Only stops on every hour. God forbid you miss the pickup. Get involved. I will tell you, the whole reason the transit happened in that city was there was one elected official who he lived in Milwaukee and he moved to the Madison area. And when he was in Milwaukee, he just took transit everywhere. And he was the most unlikely transit rider to most people. Because he was like this old military, veteran, very tough guy. And most people had this idea of who a transit rider was. And this guy was not that. But he was the biggest transit advocate. He really believed in it. When he moved to Madison, he took it everywhere for all the years that he worked in Madison. And it meant a lot to him. And he got involved and he took over transit is like his issue. And became an elected official, kept drumming away at it. When he stopped being an elected official, he still stayed involved, was the squeaky wheel and eventually got the thing that he thought needed to happen to actually happen. So yeah, that's the thing. Like, what you need is that person who's gonna go and do it. And that can be you. What game is this? City Skylines 2. It is a city building game. It's a fun one. I enjoy it. Was in London recently. We're blown away by how good their public transit, subway, regional rail, bus was. Stark contrast, even where you live, San Francisco Bay, where the transit isn't exactly bad. No, I was just in the Bay Area, and I'm constantly amazed by how good it is, but it's not London for sure. I wish that we made those kind of investments, but that's not exactly what we do here, quite unfortunately. Honestly, blame Kodak for everything that led Rochester downhill. What did Kodak do? Was Kodak basically like Oscar Mayer here? Didn't exactly hurt anything, but didn't exactly help. 50-cent bus fares. That is wild. YOLO, that's wild. YOLO swag lord. I like that. You wish the status symbol of cars didn't have such a strong hold on people? Yeah. That's an interesting one. This is something I've had a lot of conversations with about people working in transit. Like growing up, I was very poor. I've talked about that a lot. Like on food stamps, lived in public housing, which is kind of an oddity for as small of a community as I live in. But knowing that, like, there was a time where we didn't have a vehicle and we had to take the bus. And I remember for my mom, like, not just being a status symbol when she got a vehicle, it was a freedom because the transit system was so bad. That was when we were living in Wausau. And the transit system notoriously there didn't cross the city boundaries. So Wausau didn't have a lot of shopping options. And my mom was black. one of the things that she wanted to do was there was a beauty store that she couldn't get to. It's the only place in the Wausau area that had hair supplies for her. So to be able to go to that place, she had to get a friend to pick her up. So getting a car for her meant the freedom to be able to go to the places she wanted to go to when she wanted to go there. So that was like, it wasn't just like the traditional, like, I have a car and it's a Beamer and I'm fancy. It was like, I didn't have mobility without a vehicle. That is the part, like, when I think of like American car culture and ethos and what needs to be defeated, it's really that the transit system in many places isn't good enough to facilitate all trips. And when that happens, it becomes less about status and more about mobility. And when you don't have mobility, a vehicle is always going to be the best option. And I feel like even in Madison, where we have a pretty good transit system for a city of our size, a lot of the people, when I would talk to them in public meetings, why would they want a car? Why would they want to drive over the bus? It wasn't that they don't like the bus. It was that mobility was dramatically reduced without a car. You live right near a bus train depot. Almost none of the transit workers don't use transit. They take up the very limited street parking in the residential area. It's funny that you mentioned that. I was shocked. When I was in Denver, I felt like a lot of the transit employees took the bus. In Madison, I felt like many of the employees here, a lot of them didn't live in the area. That was one of the things. It's like, if you don't live in the area, the transit service might not serve your needs. And a lot of times, at least from my experience, they are on very tight schedules, and it's part of their union contract. If they miss their schedule, they're in deep trouble. So that could be part of it. I don't know. That's all I got. That's all I got. Even places where transit is amazing, it doesn't go everywhere, like Seattle. Try going to the mountains. Yeah. Mick Funnelbutt, good to see you. You live in Houston, you're traveling to Minneapolis next week and relying 100% on public transit and you're nervous? You'll be fine. Just, Mick Funnelbutt, don't be afraid to also rent a bike. You guys got, Minneapolis has B-Cycle, and B-Cycle has electric bikes. Minneapolis has a very good transit system and an exceptional biking network. And the weather is really good right now. So I think that if you are willing to combine the two, remember B-Cycle is free if you're under 30 minutes. So you got to give your credit card, but it's still free. So that would be my advice. Combine the two. Oh, so this is what I mentioned that I love the region packs, but you got to be able to plop a little bit. This building, not my favorite to have it spawn side by side, but it's one of my favorite assets. But that's a vibe right there. Biking rules in Minneapolis for sure. You'll check it out. Thank you. You're there for business. You probably won't be doing a ton of roaming. I think if you're there for business, you'd be surprised the number of people there that will be biking. So you could probably, honestly, it'll probably be a conversation starter in a place like Minneapolis. So do it. Enjoy. Great city. Love Minneapolis. Ideally wish for a 15-minute city concept in CS2. I feel like Savannah would be that. The Savannah grid. Be very close to that. You're in Houston. Was well. The bus here extension takes so long to get places. It's faster to ride a bike 12 miles than to catch 3-4 buses. It's so big and sprawling. So big and sprawling. And there's just that works against transit in a variety of ways. It makes people not want to pay for it, like to invest in the system because they think it's just not going to work. It sucks. That really sucks. I kind of think that these buildings, what are these? These work really well. Those work really well here. These seem just too tall, too big. By like a couple of stories. We're gonna call a little mulligan on this block that developed last stream. Pixel Val, thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate you. Thank you. Demotion, thank you so much for the prime too. Here in Perth, they shut down rail transit for major upgrades with no planning for bus replacements. Seriously? That is not very forward thinking. Not at all. That's like very, very obvious. If you shut that down, you're gonna have a bad time. All facing the wrong street. Have I tried infection-free zone? I have not. The only game like that I've played is End Zone, which was good. But no, I haven't tried that one. And I have Zomboid, and I'm supposed to play it, and I just never have yet. And from what I've seen, it seems like it sucks people in. You either love it or you love it. You have to split. Xavier, stayed up too late. I know. I'm gonna have to split soon too. I still want to get Magnolia County up. If I stop streaming at some point, I can make the thumbnail and then post the video to go live in the morning. I should do that. That would be cool. That'd be really neat. Stop streaming. QZ, I didn't think I'd ever see you say that. I appreciate that. You're a good influence. Oh, it's the garbage. Hold on. I gotta figure out this garbage thing first, and then I will. You said I have enough garbage trucks out? Vehicles in maintenance, 7. I think I know what we did here. We did some things that I'm not proud of. We'll just reset all these and not worry about that. We got our taxes super low and we're just not paying for garbage collection. That's amazing. That's why we have bad traffic and why our garbage doesn't get picked up, because we're not paying for it. All the vehicles are in maintenance. Perfect. Was thinking of going to play Zomboid if I stop. The dump is not overfilling. It's just that straight up all of the vehicles were in maintenance because we had 60% funding for this. So now as soon as I pay that, a bunch of garbage trucks start spewing out of there. Same thing here. We got 20 garbage trucks at our dump, and there were some that were not in use because they were under maintenance. So hopefully now we'll just go and pick up the trash. I feel like we didn't make as much progress as I had hoped tonight. We filled in a lot of stuff, but I always end this feeling like we could have done better and we just didn't. I'm disappointed. Can I make a city based off Atlanta or a mix of other southern U.S. cities? I mean, we already have a bit of Georgia influence with Savannah right here. For Atlanta, maybe we'll do some suburban Atlanta stuff. Be kind of an interesting way of incorporating that in. It is a massive dump. It is a massive dump. Road maintenance depot. What we'll figure out that'll be one of the last things we do. I don't think we have one. I don't think that we do. And all the roads are in really rough shape now because we haven't been paying for it. I think this is actually a pretty exceptional location for it. With one exception. There's one problem. I'll show it to you in a second. Got a couple of buildings in the road. Now we're good. Now they could come right up here, get on the highway, go all throughout the community. Easy access to this road, which connects to nothing really, except for the highway. Not perfect. It's fine though. They'll get around. Icy. Good to see you. How you doing, Icy? Your good morning. I'm saying good evening and about to say good night. I am kind of beat. But Icy. There will be a Magnolia County up that you can watch instead. It'll be much better than stream. Guys, I think that we are going to raid someone. I think I'm going to cut it off. No GeoGuessr tonight. Very tired. You're very tired. Slept not that well. I think I'm gonna pass out like the dead tonight. I think it's gonna be very good. Can we give hearts to YouTube before we raid? Riot, do you want to do one GeoGuessr? Should we do one round? I'll tell you what. I'm gonna let YouTube vote. Start poll. One round of GeoGuessr. Yes or no? I'll give you guys a couple of seconds. Good night, sleep well. As a garbage man, this layout confuses you greatly. It'd be a dream to collect here. Super easy. Drufus. YouTube is saying YouTube's not 100% on board. They're like 70% on board. They're doing a little party dance. In the meantime, I'm gonna save this and publish it. I think this is stream 5. And we're just gonna do it like we have been. Once I'm done with this, then I'll see what they say on YouTube. Where is it? There we go. Stream 5. Updated for stream 5. There we go. I think it's good. Bad QZ? You voted no. It's 1/3 yes, or 1/3 no. The rest is yes. We'll do one round of whole Earth. We can do that. It'll be quick. It'll be quick. I'm gonna make you look at my face for a second though. I want to get this ready. It's 5 in New Zealand. Is it 5 a.m. or 5 p.m.? Oh, it's a no because you're on mobile. QZ. I'm disappointed. Hold on. I'm it's gonna take me a second. I'm not signed in apparently. Okay, almost there. Okay. And here we go. Oh, PM. Let's do a wacky map like KFCs of the world. You know what? We're gonna do that. We'll do that. We'll find KFCs of the world. Culver's? I bet you there aren't enough of those. I'm gonna click the load button 5 times. Let's see. I kind of want to know what an absolutely awful map is. Utility poles of the world. Just do world? No. You know what? A KFC world. We're doing it. We're doing a KFC world. The entry code is right here. So, if you want to do a KFC world and you want to learn about all the KFCs in the world, jump on. If you got a KFC near you, maybe we'll find yours. All right, now people are hopping in. Good. I was gonna say, I'm looking in between Twitch and YouTube. There's 1,000 of us, over 1,000. So we should be able to do all right. Some damage loading this thing up. You're just spectating, QZ? Well, if you see anything interesting, you'll have to let me know. Do I know KFC started in Salt Lake City, Utah? What? Mr. Goatmeal, that sounds like some garbage. Where did KFC originate? What? What? No way. Salt Lake City. South Salt Lake, Utah. That was the first franchise. Sanders Corton Cafe was from Kentucky, North Corbin, Kentucky. But the first franchise, South Salt Lake City, Utah. That is crazy. Wow. Well, there you go. Fun fact. Did you guys know that the Salt Lakes, KFC's headquarters just moved to Dallas, Texas from Louisville, Kentucky? Oh, no. That's the global versus the US. They moved their global to Dallas. You thought it was Kennedy Fried Chicken? We're doing it. We're just jumping in. Knowledge drop. How many KFCs are there? I don't know. If someone knows that, I want to know. All Insurance USA. So we're in the US. Palm trees. This looks to me very Miami. Yeah, I'm going to say this is Miami. What does it say? What does it say? Pay by phone. Florida, yeah. So Texas or Dallas Fried Chicken? Yes. Is it Miami or is it Tampa? Miami. Okay. Well, I don't know where this KFC is in Miami, but if we can find a street. Okay. 22nd Avenue Southwest. So there's 5th Avenue Southwest. 22nd Terrace. Where's there avenues? There's avenues. There's 18th. 22nd Avenue Southwest. Oh, yeah. I feel good. This is a good one. Cassification. Just the only one above me. That's okay. That's okay. The best chicken is KFC Korean fried chicken. I mean, for sure. Champlain Valley? Or Champlain Valley? Champ Car Wash. This looks New England. Is that a Canadian flag and an American flag side by side? That is. New York? Oh, yeah, Lake Champlain. That must be New York. I know so much about this. I'm gonna say oh, there it is. Where's the KFC? Where's the KFC? We're right there. What's the street? What street are we on? We got 10 seconds, but we can figure this out. I feel like we're close enough. It's probably Highway 9 right here. No. Across the river. Of course. I'll take that. 37 miles isn't bad. Except that Brandon is in first. Fake New York, aka upstate New York. You tried GeoGuessr a while ago. Your first place they dropped you in was in Mongolia. Blue flags and piles of rocks everywhere. I mean, they put us in a canoe at one point. But I know that whenever they put you in a canoe, it's Madagascar. Now we're not in the US. Okay. Here's where it all falls apart for me. Because I can figure out where I am in the US. Poland? We're probably going to do that. There you go. We're not going to talk about politics. We're not doing that. But I appreciate you for being here. Although you're gone now. You're banned. You can't hear. That's fine. Goodbye. It does look like Poland. I had no idea where to find this in Poland, and now I've been looking. I've been busting out the ban hammer. So I just find the biggest city in Poland and call it a day. There we go. I was wrong. That's close-ish though for not playing that round. 1:30 in the morning. Now you want fried chicken? I mean, I want fried chicken too. But here's I actually have fried chicken in the fridge. We got fried chicken at the grocery store. Not quite KFC, but basically. Kroger fried chicken. The other KFC. This is unnerving. Why is the KFC surrounded by barbed wire? Where are we? Wanted cheap, good condition cars for cash. Like, are people busting into the KFC and like trying to get money? What's going on here? You always want fried chicken? Me too. Marco's Pizza. Co.za. Is it South Africa? I want to say that this must be South Africa because that rings a bell. That like it's not what you think it is. And there's always like in South Africa, Gmails and Hotmails on signs, which always throws me off. .za is the New Zealand. The real question: Johannesburg or Cape Town? Cape Town, because I got 2 seconds. It's Johannesburg, of course. All right, perfect. Well, good game, Oxygen. Final round. We got one more round. I was about to congratulate you, Oxygen. Mexican pizza forever. They soothe your stomach. What soothed your stomach? Oh. Silver Spring. Okay. That's Maryland, right? That's Maryland, right? Why don't these, like, Metrobus is super generic. Okay, Silver Spring is Maryland, so that's got to be outside of Baltimore. Maybe in between DC and Baltimore. I feel like I should know this one. Why can't I think of where this is? Yeah. That's why. It's right outside of DC. Dang it. North of DC. Yeah. That's why it sounded familiar. A DC suburb by Bethesda. Well, that was not my finest round, but it was Jones' finest round. So good game. Oxygen, good game. Barack Obama, good game. RC likes trains, good game. Tropical, good game. And Brandon, you beat me per the usual. It's a good game. Good game, everybody. Good game. Your house, you probably should have played tonight, but you're playing CS2. You know what? That's fair. That is fair. Truthfully, I kind of want to keep playing, but probably not the right choice. So now we give YouTube the actual hearts to say goodbye before we find someone to raid. So good game, everybody. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you all. I know it's a little bit shorter of a stream. We pushed it longer than I thought we were going to, though, and I had a lot of fun. So yeah, this was a nice, for me, kind of a weird day. This is a very nice end to it. So thank you guys. Really appreciate it. So thank you all. And hey, good game, good 8th place too. That's Proxel. That's awesome. All right, YouTube, gonna say goodbye to you. See you next week. I will probably not post it as early as I did this time because I feel like it was not good for people. I'll probably try to post it the day before. I'm gonna try to do 2 next week as well. We'll see how it works. I feel like we've got to try it. So we'll see you next time, YouTube. Goodbye, and I'll do this Zoomy thing.